Are we on? I believe we are. Hello. Welcome back to another thrilling episode of Yuki works on NPC character art for the D&D campaign that they are running. If this is your first time tuning in, first time watching the VOD, let me just give you a quick little catch-up. I'm running a D&D campaign. It is Pokemon themed D&D. It's very cool. It will be on another channel if you would like to watch it. I have been working on drawing non-player characters and my player characters so that they have art for this like D&D show podcast thing that I'm doing on another channel. It's very cool and based. It is also so much goddamn work. So I've been doing it on stream so that chat can keep me company. Let me threaten my player characters really quick. If any of my players are watching this VOD, no the fuck you are not. You are not watching this VOD, and if I find out that you've been using my content to know things that you shouldn't, something bad will happen to your characters. I will do something, and it will not be something fun that you can overcome. It will just be something horrible that happens to you. Okay? Okay. That said, this is Mercedes. I'm going to be listening to video essays today. And yeah, let's go. Hello, Matrix Master. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hello. It's just going to be more of the same. If you've tuned into any of these streams in the past, this is for anyone who's watching the VOD, who might be watching the VOD. It's going to be more of the same, more of me just chatting and just hanging out. Maybe if anyone's interested in knowing some fun deep lore about these characters that I'm working on, I would be happy to give you a quick little spiel about what they're up to. Otherwise, it's just going to be, chill, good vibes, hanging out, that kind of thing. Too tired, there's too many people at my house. It's my first time back. Nice. That's always the worst. I hate it when there's, like, a bunch of activity going on and all you want to do is hide away and chill. I know the vibe. Speaking of chill, I have, over here in the corner, I have my video essays, watch later playlist queued up, and I think I have one that I want to watch. I'm stuck between two of them. I just saw it. Okay, I'm stuck between catching up on this Neopets deep dive vlog series that someone's been posting. It looks very, very interesting. So I'm considering doing that. Or I found a video essayist who does these deep dives into Japanese visual novels, and they're very, very, very interesting. So I might listen to that. I think I want to listen to that one. Gotta head out. No problem, Matrix Master. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. It was good seeing ya. Have a good night. It was very late. It's 2 a.m. for me, so it's probably ass o'clock for everyone else in the world. Anyway, I think I'm feeling the visual novels, video essays right now, but I might change my mind and switch to listening to the Neopets video essays. So, yeah. Let's go with that.
It's August 10th, 2016, an unremarkable Wednesday for most, as most Wednesdays are. The dead middle of the week, the exhaustion of Monday's forceful swinging back into society fading, replaced by the longing for the release of a decompressive Friday night and an empty Saturday. As a homeschooled teen,
if anyone pops in and decides that this essay is just too loud, let me know and I'll turn it down.
Games, videos, articles, conversations, anything that could make it less dull. I couldn't tell you exactly what I was thinking that day, it's all a blur, but I do know that it was a time where I was, once again, fixating on games for NEC's PC98 platform, that classic Japanese home computer which had yet to see the massive surge in interest it has now, but one that captivated my heart as a Toho fangirl pretending to be a fanboy. In the annals of those directories of games to download, I spotted something that immediately captured my attention. It was not some hidden gem propped up by a few posters on an obscure English forum. It had nothing to do with an anime or other game series I loved. It was independent of any franchise. It wasn't something I could even play. Though fairly fluent now, I knew next to no Japanese as a teen. It was only of interest for one simple reason. A blunt, earnest, undeniably curiosity-piquing name. A name that my 15-year-old brain decided must be known to more of the world. This tweet of mine sent me on some sort of journey. It's not like I wasn't already deep into old Japanese computers as a hobbyist, but the existence of a game quite literally named Sex 2 led me to look more and more into this wide world of things called eroge on the system. And judging by how many times I've seen this tweet, others of mine, and countless more that are not mine on the game shared around, it seems it piqued others' interests as well. Fast forward to now, it's become somewhat of a recurring joke in places. Music shitpost channel Siva Gunner regularly uploads remixes of tracks from the game with melodies and backing tracks from other unrelated soundtracks. PC98 Screencaps bot, PC98 bot, has made absurdist April Fool's jokes centered around the game, and that's without mentioning how often I see it get brought up at random, as a way to poke fun at it, eroge as a whole, and the PC98 as a platform just about sex games or whatever. But here's the thing, no one in the English sphere actually plays Sex 2. Y'all are still stuck on Sex 1. The only person I know of who has besides me and has written about it is friend of the channel Beef2929, who made an excellent blog post that's secretly about a later work by the writer. Also, a lot of the backstory about the development of Sex 1 and 2 comes from her post, so big credit for that. But besides her post, I don't think there's really anything talking about what Sex 2 is. So let's talk about it. The story of Sex 2 starts where all great stories do. Sex. 1. On the PC98. As a game, there's very little to say about it. You take on the role of a renameable protagonist who's been declared the king of sex, according to this little lovable abomination of 90s hip-hop stereotypes, Mr. Funk. And that now means you have the reins to choose between free, pretty women to bang at will. There's the schoolgirl Nana, the cosplay-loving Genki girl Ai, and
See, this is what I love about, this is what's got me turned on about these like old visual novels. I was introduced to this whole genre of game through this channel, and I've been just devouring this content. But like, just getting dropped these crazy bonkers scenarios that this whole game surrounds around, it just utterly tickles me. Very, very fun and interesting. Very, very good. I like it a whole lot.
the mature business lady Makoto. It's got a fun script that powers some 1 to 2 hours worth of content, backed up by solid artwork and a binging score. So while nothing incredible as a title, what is incredible is the very troubled development behind it and what leads to the sequel. A studio by the name of IPO was responsible for the game, founded by Uye, better known now for its relation to 13 and 130cm, developers of the early yandere game Suki Suki Daisuki and 1920s drama game Bokuten. Just like when God tried before them, IPO had a lot of errors happening during the production of Sex. 2 of the 4 staff members walked out partway through the development got halted. Not long after it resumed, Uye got sick of the flu, and one staff member, possibly main artist Caroline Yoko, and possibly another unnamed IPO dev who may have not even worked on the game, lost their house in the Great Hanshin earthquake of 1995. And yet, despite all of that, the world was still given the gift of Sex on the PC98. Seemingly in shambles, but with enough money to move forward, IPO reached out to Stoneheads Co. for support. Owner of the brand Peel, creator of the highly successful BDSM game Seek, written by Tadakoro Hironari. Channel fans may recognize that name for cameoing in the IIO video and writing Fushigi Densha, and he is also conveniently the mystery writer of IPO Sex who left during development. Presumably due to him being busy with writing successors to Seek, writing duties were pushed onto the fresh hire Madatani Hidito, known now for his work on France Shoujo and Dead and Aegis. Let me be completely clear, Sex 2 is not a deep, profound dive into really anything. It's not a commentary on the military-industrial complex and capitalism like Dead and Aegis, and it's not a 70-hour-long drama like France Shoujo. What it is, however, is a project clearly made with passion and love by a couple of young developers. The story follows the perspective of one Momotaro, an average man in every single way, who spends his days living a carefree life and adoring his girlfriend Ayaka, former heroine of one of IPO's previous games, Satir. Having grown up together and her working at a flower shop right next to his home, the two now find themselves deeply in love with one another, and so each day they see each other and get right to banging to form a deeper bond. And that's it. The Sex 2 story is really, seriously, about as simple as an eroge can hope to get, punctuated by how absurdly exaggerated all of the writing is. The first monologue of the game is the main character talking about if you have a love, then you can have sex every single day, and proceeds to list off all of the places you can do it. The ocean, the mountains, the streets, the stores, the restrooms, the camps, the alleyways, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in the Americas, at day, at night, at lunch, at dinner. Dude is fucking rearing for this. The rest of the game only gets
oh
more
man,
absurd
banging.
over
Hi,
the course of
Morgan.
its 40 days. Each has the simple goal of going to the shop Ayaka works at, telling her how much you love her and her saying how much she loves you, and then proceeding to like upstairs. The two's dynamic feels like a parody of every straight romance bakappuru ever written, both of them so deeply in love that nothing else in the world seems to matter. Sex 2 is legitimately an absolute riot of a comedy game. Marutani may be best known now for mysteries and dramas tackling large themes, but something he's always kept with him as a writer is an incredible sense of humor, and that's on full display here long before the infamously wild comedy of Made in Heaven Supers hit store shelves. Going into every scenario would spoil the fun, but I have to mention at least a couple, like Momotaro and Ayaka banging in the bathroom and Momo slipping and hitting his head, but refusing to stop going despite probably having a severe concussion, because it's fine, love will power me through this. It's a blast, and so is the silly side plot about some BDSM queen trying to corrupt Momotaro with the evil
not drawing my
bondage
OC,
and make him hurt his
the
girlfriend.
audacity.
But he realizes
Hey
his
Colin, how are
scheme
you
and
doing?
two lovers
Welcome.
make up because
We're listening
nothing gets
to
in the way
a
of
video
pure
essay about
love.
this
There is a
silly
whole
Japanese
barrage of
visual
silly scenarios
novel
playing
while
out
I do
tropes
more
and
line
never
art.
feeling boring,
The
thanks to
worst
wide
step of
variety
art.
jokes,
The
all while
worst
taking
fucking
absurd
step of
fun
art.
rather
I am
than
so
being
glad I
shitty
have
and
chat here
ironic
to keep me
mockery of
sane.
itself or
This is the
other pedo
fucking
things. Sex 2
worst.
is a game that embraces that sex of any sort can be silly and weird, be that through how bodies interact
Also,
or how
let me know
minds
if it's
do,
too
just as a
quiet or
Grendel
too
can.
loud.
Even the
I
most vanilla
don't know.
scenes
I
are
don't have it in
elevated
my
by that
ear
sense of
other
humor and
than
joy.
what
A
it sounds
passion
like
which
to
shows
me, not what it
Momotani
sounds
loved
like
what
for
he
you
was
guys.
doing, even when it may not have been anything more than a stepping
You can always do a
stone
silly
towards
history
something
test
bigger
instead.
for his
I am
career.
like
Simply put,
hovering my
it's fun, and
finger
that's only enhanced
over
by
the block
presence of a
button.
few
Do you
other
know this?
characters.
Are you
There's
aware of
Momotaro's
this?
uncle who sneaks in through the window to give him a toy to use, usually purchased from a shady dealer in another country. There's Ayaka's younger Sei Hokudanin cousin Kyubi, who tries and succeeds at seducing the protagonist so she can find out why sex, too, is all the rage. There's a ditzy nurse Tsugumi, who isn't satisfied of her boyfriend. And there's the BDSM queen Bloody Rosa, who teaches Momotaro the joys of masochism and sadism for her own devious reasons. Many interactions of characters either give or lead to being given some sort of toy to use with Ayaka. A flute, a vibrator, a fighting game cosplay. There's a whole whopping 9 total, some of which require some trial and error to find the appropriate time and place for during gameplay, which, frankly, is Sex 2's biggest problem. The gameplay revolves around trying to make Ayaka feel good for whatever options are available at the time, expanded upon by toys and progressing through the days. Repeat this for 40 days, complete a playthrough, and begin a new loop to replace scenes and maybe collect new CGs if you missed any. While the writing is fun, the format gets repetitive fast. The arguable goal is to complete your CG gallery, but doing so requires an immense amount of trial and error to figure out how to trigger certain scenes. Sometimes you need to use a certain combination of toys, or at certain times, or be at very specific levels of pleasure, or XTC as it's called here, and sometimes you need to repeat the same option multiple times before anything happens, sometimes with no clear feedback on progression. It's all tedious and guessworky in the same way that old adventure games can often be, and suffice to say, I did not 100% the game. I got 61 of 73 CGs, which was good enough for me to call it quits, as I didn't have it in me to bash through the title again to see what seemed to be a couple of fairly unexciting events going by the CGs on eHentai. I suppose I also have to remark that as an erotic title, it did very little for me. The writing feels so wacky that it's hard to take seriously, and the scenes are incredibly short and devoid of much substance beyond that wackiness. They aren't poorly written by any means, but after decades of games that favor greater build-up and more in-depth action, it's hard to look back on this as anything but a sex comedy. And that's not to say it's bad. Conversely, I respect the game for being what it is. A lot of the PC98's other gay library suffers from being so early in the genre's life. Some of it is still engaging by today's standards, but a lot of it feels like run-of-the-mill erotica.
Honestly, the hardest part about art for me is coming up with design.
I respect it, and I think
Yeah,
it's
getting
cool,
that base
but
like
it isn't for me.
skeleton
I'm not a
layer
big
of your
gamer. However, I
sketch
feel like Sex 2
is
more or
pretty
less the idea of a
difficult,
standard
but
title from this
once you
previous
kind of
era. It
have
takes
that
the
idea,
idea
see,
of
I just do a
visual
lot of
erotica
static
and
character
runs with
art.
it. Threads of joy
I-
and passionate
my-
absurdity going through every part of its being.
Hold
Not
on,
just
stop talking about Sex 2. It's very interesting to stop talking about Sex 2 for a second so I can talk about this. I do a lot of very static character art because I just really like drawing a character facing 3/4 degree to the left. Like, I don't do a lot of, like, really in-depth compositions, and I feel like the composition part of making, like, full illustrations is really difficult for me, and that bugs me. So yeah, part of the reason why I just do a lot of static, like, character art. It must be a certain way. If it looks even a little bit off, it'll be redone. I know that feeling. That's part of the reason why I hate doing line art so much, because I know you guys have seen me do this, but I obsess over these tiny little lines that no one else is going to fucking notice, but I notice them, therefore they must be fixed, and it is hellish. I am in a nightmare of my own making. So no, I 10,000% get you and understand you. On that front, at least. Yeah. Spending 5 days on one fucking pixel. I know. Oh god, the vibe. Yeah, no, I get you. No, I hear you. I hear you 10,000%. Another thing that bugs me is how, like, in the sketch phase, it can look so good. Like, it captures the vibe exactly of what you're trying to go for, but then once you get to the line art phase, and you start doing things and, like, putting it into, like, clean pixels and clean lines, it loses that sketchiness that lets you see the perfect line. You know what I mean? Because, like, when you have, like, thick lines that are sketchy and messy and all over the place, right? What your brain does is your brain automatically sees the line of best fit. The line that makes the most sense, the line that fits whatever you've made the best, right? And then when you try and do line art, what your line art does is you're trying to find and solidify that line of best fit, and it's hard to actually do that, and it's hell. I went through several different designs for my main OC, and now I'm constantly adding tiny, insignificant details that no one will know is there besides me. I know. Dear fucking God, do I know. This character that I'm working on right now... Morgan, are you here? Hey, Morgan, are you here right now? Morgan, sound off in the chat right fucking now if you are still watching the stream. Because I need to know. Okay, cool. Mute the stream, and then when I start doing this, you can come back in again, okay? Mute the stream. You can watch. That's fine. You just need to mute it for a second because I'm going to say something. Are you muted? If I find out you're not fucking muted, you won't be punished. Helen will be punished. Do you want Helen to be punished? Because I'm going to do something really fucking bad to Helen. You muted? Okay, I think Morgan's muted. This horn looks like pixel off. I'm going to completely redo it. Yeah, so, tiny insignificant details. So this character, Mercedes, he's an NPC that's going to show up in my campaign. He is a Pokemon called a Zoroark. And so his design, he's wearing an illusion that makes him look like a human. And his original design, because I made this design in high school, right? Was originally had a lot more actual Zoroark elements into it. And I hope, Morgan, if you are listening right now, I'm gonna fucking kill your ass. I'm gonna kill your ass, because I just gave a huge fucking spoiler. And if you have not muted the stream, there will be punishment. You're gonna be so fucking punished. You're gonna be so punished. This is so honor system, and I'm just I'm gonna do horrible things to you. Anyway, so I originally came up with this character in high school, and the original version of this character had different things about their design that have been very clearly simplified and removed right now. Like, the reason that he has the toe shoes, like the broken toes, is because I want that to call back to Zoroark having claws on their feet. But another thing is, see how he has these messed up trousers? Zoroark have these little fluffs of fur at their hips. So in the original design, this rope belt had these ripped sections of it that flared off in a way that emulated the design aspect of Zoroark having those flares of fur at their hips. And there's other things that I've done too. Originally his vest had a fur collar because Zoroark have a little bit of a tuft of fur around their necks. And also originally, instead of having short hair, he had a ponytail. He had the kind of very anime mullet type thing where he had the fluffy hair up top that looks exactly like how it does here. But then he had a long ponytail that was tied back and then flared out towards the bottom. Thank you for the hydrate. Anyway, spoilers are over. So that's my signal. That's my signal that Morgan can come back in. Thank you for the hydrate. Morgan, did you see my signal? You can come back in. You can come back in. I'm not talking about spoilers anymore. Here, I did just take a sip of my tea, but I don't know if you heard me take a sip of my tea, so I'm gonna turn on the hamster juice and take another sip of my tea for you. Nim, 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 nim. Time for me to spoil everything you just told me. Just joking. Don't! Please don't! Well, it's like hibiscus tea and lemonade right now, so it's not... It's water. It's liquid. It's liquid. I'm imbibing liquid. That counts. That counts. If I'm being honest, I'm not really expecting a lot of people from the Yuki channel to migrate to the Pokemon D&D channel that I'm making. So that's why I feel a little more comfortable speaking, like, just freely on this channel. Also just because we're fucking chillin'. I don't give a shit. I don't give a single fug. So... I'm probably gonna have to eventually break this habit of just wanting to share things with chat. But my problem is, I don't have, like, anyone I can just explode spoilers at, like, in my personal life. So chat is kind of the vehicle through which I express myself and I get excited about this particular thing that I'm working on. It's very funny. I respect well-written things, don't worry, I won't say anything. I find it absolutely hilarious. All your plans being ruined by a single nat 20 roll. You don't understand. Oh, I've taken a lot of, in my lore building, I've taken a lot of, I've taken a lot of, like, fun little, like, safety precautions so that a single nat 20 doesn't destroy me, but it will give a very big clue. Actually, one of the things that I'm, like, taking inspiration from is Dimension 20 with Brennan Lee Mulligan. He did a really cool campaign called Mice and Murder that is a, like, Sherlock Holmes detective story. And something really cool is one of his players got a very, very cool, very poetic nat 20, right? That, he wanted to honor it, but he couldn't, like, just, give it out. Like, the context was, one of the players was like, hey, we've been doing a lot of these, like, bits about the occult and ghosts being real. We're in the seance room right now. Can I just, like, roll right now to see if I can summon a ghost? Is that something I can do? Like, kind of half as a bit, but half as I am so befuddled by this mystery right now, I don't really know where to go next. And I'm hoping for some divine intervention that'll give me a clue. And Brennan was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. See if you can get some, like, divine intervention to summon a ghost. And Reika, that was the player trying to do this, she rolled a nat 20 on this ghost check. And, like, the table goddamn exploded about this. And it was very clear that Brennan was setting up, like, hey, ghosts aren't real. There's always a logical explanation for these supernatural things that are happening. And it's you guys' job to find it. But in that moment, because Reika got such a beautiful poetic nat 20, he had to give something to honor that. And what he did was he ended up having there be a big air quotes ghost that appeared that actually was a clue to how the ghost illusions were manifesting, right? And it was a really massive clue, and it just happened to look like, yes, a ghost did just randomly manifest, which is really, it was really, really cool, really well done, phenomenal DMing on Brennan's work, and that's the kind of thing that, like, when I'm watching Dimension 20, I fucking love Dimension 20, I'm trying to pick apart with my own skills as a writer, what goes into moments like that on the DM's side that gives you contingency plans, right? Because, like, the advice you get as a DM is don't plan, like, encounters plan scenarios, right? If like the solution to the puzzle is you pick up the flower pot and you move it onto the switch, then plan the room that all happens in, and plan every aspect of the room and how it can be interacted with, kind of situation. Instead of just, there's a flower pot and kind of thing. Like, you know, you want to make sure that you know everything about the world and how it works that your players have to discover. You don't want to plan everything. You want to make it make sense, but you can't account for the players perfectly. Yeah. But knowing in your mind how the world or the room or the logic, like the rules of physics kind of situation helps you have guidelines to go off of when players do wacky stuff. Like, for example, if I made a shopkeeper who, like, their main character quirk was they really love romance novels, right? Whenever the players do something wacky, I can fall back on that. Like, if one of the players tries to steal something from the shopkeep, okay, oh, this is just like, you're like a dashing rogue, kind of situation, instead of like okay, fuck you, get out. Then there's more opportunity for RP and for playing in the space, instead of just, get out of the fucking arrow store, you goddamn jerks situation. You know, you gotta have something that, like, if you do get derailed, it's still interesting kind of situation. Yeah. It's all stuff that I'm learning as I do things, and it's been very fun and very interesting. Okay, so I really like this eye, but I don't like this one, and now I'm gonna do the cone thing, where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna redo this whole thing. Fuck it. That is the wrong brush. That's the wrong brush. Because I really like that one, but I do not like that one. Life is good. I love doing art. Guys, I love art. I fucking love art. Art's great. I love art so much. You don't understand how much I love art. The cone thing. I like the sound of that, a little inside joke. We are all do the cone thing of fixing one fucking pixel.
Just the writing, but the art and music, too.
God.
Returning from her role on Sex, all of the illustrations were done by Caroline Yoko, a very, very talented artist who sadly passed away in April 1998, supposedly due to a car crash, according to unverified sources. There isn't much about her.
I don't like this child. Let me just start going.
As sad as she deserves a lot more respect than she gets, but from what it seems, she had a decent following within the doujinshi scene, creating many straight and yuri works alike based on popular series. Her artwork in all of those feels heavily influenced by shoujo manga, and that influence is present on pretty much all the dozen or so games she illustrated for the PC-98, including this one here. The shading is gorgeous, making incredible use of dithering to provide something that feels far higher color than the art actually is. The coloring itself is vivid, bright, and soft, perfectly matching the very cutesy 90s aesthetic the game is shooting for on the whole. The character designs are all fluffy and poofy and or silly, and it's complemented by some backgrounds that range from typical and cute to weird and abstract in a very nostalgic way. She did a fantastic job with this game. The music as well goes hard. Composed by Studio M, Sex 2's soundtrack is packed full of everything from funky fresh beats to more mellow classical influenced pieces, all of which make fantastic use of the FM capabilities of the PC-98 soundboard. I played with the higher end option as I have a compatible YM2608 base board on my own 9821, but the YM22...
The reason I constantly have to edit them is because my main OC is like an actual Eldritch Deity, but that means those are fully impossible to draw. Oh, I understand. I have an OC that is meant to be like the center of the multiverse, like the eye of the multiverse, and instead of doing something really abstract with them, I went the Bill Cipher route, and I'm just like, nope, there's just a purple little guy in a suit. There's a reason why they're a purple little guy in the suit, but they're a purple little guy in a suit, and I will not be taking questions on this.
Just begs the question, why am I even talking about this game? The obvious answers are, 1, that I made a very silly promise on Patreon ages ago and I'm a very honor-bound person, and 2, that people want to know more about this game, have been asking me about this game, and I want there to be information in English out about this game. But at the same time, playing it kind of closed a chapter for me. Those 7 years of wondering what this goofy thing was and the 2 years I've spent teasing a video all got wrapped up in 4 hours of play. Me, now strapped with the realization that there's not nearly enough meat to the game to make a satisfying video focusing just on it. The thing is, though, the fact that Sex 2 isn't anything special, I kind of think is what makes it special to me. It's not anything remarkable.
That looks so much better. I like that so much more.
That doesn't offer much but a couple hours of tedium and wacky writing, wrapped up in a package.
Mine goes more like the
really
watcher of all
funny
timelines and realms are out. Like, I'm here as the narrator, the person. But of course I had to screw myself with the design. Oh my god. I gotta talk about Echo now. I'm gonna draw Echo, like, really, really quick for you. So you basically described Echo, right? Echo's my character who kind of has the same vibe. Echo is this... Okay, so imagine all timelines, right? And all timelines are... For every moment in time, there's an infinite number of infinite possibilities. And for each one of those possibilities, there is a world where it is made real. However, all of those possibilities had to start from one central point. And that is the center of the multiverse. In my lore, I call it the Nebula Cradle. So the Nebula Cradle is the starting point of time from which all alternate timelines branched and webbed and spread out. And the Nebula Cradle itself is this infinitely deep, point of creation that is, looped in on by all timelines, right? And since it is infinite in not just scope, but in time, the Nebula Cradle itself became sentient, right? So that's Echo. Echo is the sentience of the Nebula Cradle, which is this point of time where all other timelines flowed out from. And when you are a sentient being born of just time, wearing, and creating, my idea with Echo specifically is I want Echo on this, abstract level to represent the sensation of autistic overstimulation, right? So this idea is, since Echo is the center of the multiverse and is getting information and feedback from every single timeline at all times, Echo is constantly in this state of autistic overstimulation, right? And this is something that's very close to me as an autistic person. Echo's in this constant state of autistic overstimulation. So Echo, in order to keep itself sane, hyper-focuses and fixates on something in a timeline. A rock, a castle, a thing, anything. And by hyper-fixating on that, it helps Echo stay sane when the weight of this, infinite knowledge is constantly pressing down on them. So Echo eventually hyperfixates on a mortal, ends up sharing power with that mortal in a weird kind of warlock thing, but even just a finger of the very multiverse itself touching a mortal ascends that mortal into being a god. That god needs to be contained somewhere. That god gets a new dimension where that god can just live and exist, and be a god, basically. And we're getting into some really deep lore of another character. But the point is, Echo and this mortal that they ascended have this very intense connection. And, because they have this very intense connection, Echo is sentient but does not have a form. And, Echo started to mirror this mortal that they're very connected to once they made that connection. And so my mortal character wears this cute little suit when they're being a god. And yeah. So that's what Echo looks like. So Echo is... Actually, how the fuck do I draw Echo's eye again? It's something like... And then got two big things here. Okay, so that's Echo's, head. And then Echo is just, scribbles, and there's, stars and shit in there. And then Echo is, full-on Bill Cipher. Like, just full-on Bill Cipher, just like... Or, like, full-on the Onceler kind of vibes of just, like, skinny guy in a suit. Like, Echo was originally concepted as, like, a parody of skinny guy in a suit. But it's just full-on just becomes skinny guy in a suit, like, kind of unironically. I can't remember exactly how I draw my fun, like, god characters, like, god outfit, but, they have a very specific, like, way that they do their suit. And, cause my god character wears a fucking suit, too, wears, like, a tailcoat, where they got these two long tails in the back there, that go down, and they have, like, a cool, like, diamond shape here, and then, like, a collar, and, like, diamond-shaped cufflinks. And so Echo wears the god, like, fancy suit that my god character wears, as, like, a sign of that connection that they have. And that's why Echo looks like a guy in a suit. I have art of Echo somewhere, but I don't think it's on this PC. But yeah, that's Echo. That's Echo. I'm just talking about Echo now. Your warlock is fucking with my plan. Yeah, a little bit, because the god character is essentially a warlock. Also, I need you guys to know that my god character being a warlock is a huge fucking spoiler for that story. Like, my god character being because the god character is supposed to be the main character of the story, right? And they don't know where their power comes from. They just know that one day they became a god, right? So my god character, like, fucking ascends out of nowhere, and it's a reveal, oh, your power is not your own, you're actually just, like, a finger of the multiverse. It's so fascinating. The main thing about LGDAZ is humans can't comprehend them, they cannot say their name, that's why it gets hard, because they have to draw the Eldritch OC. Yes, exactly, I understand. I understand the vibe. Don't mind me, I'm finishing my tea. Anyway, yeah. Just reminded me of that, that's all. Anyway, sex 2.
Fun. About that little spark of joy and passion I found.
Good times.
Say, like, oh, that's just a dumb porn game, and walk away from. Unlike most games I cover, I really can't rebuke that Sex 2 is just a porn game. I'll talk all day about how Dasaku being an erotica-focused erogudo game allowed it to be one of the most powerful and resonant explorations of transness I've ever seen. I can and have made a whole essay on the way Yuki uses its sexual brutality and resilience of its main character to show the human will to live even through grand traumas. And I'll happily reminisce on how some of Pia Carrot's adult scenes deal very well with sex as a coping mechanism for depression. Eroge is a genre I love. It can be transgressive, confrontative, honest, vulnerable, weird, quirky, kinky. It is filled with beauty and meaning beyond material that's simply hot to look.
Big question is, can they beat Goku? I don't know, that's a good question.
My life and given me the tools to be a better person. I would not be who I am if it weren't for that.
I guess, probably,
is learning to love
because, like, in terms of, like, the lore of how Echo's built, right?
No greater meaning
Goku exists because Echo exists, right? Because, like, all multiverses eventually flow back into Echo, right? Because Echo is the starting point, so to say. You know? So that's the vibe. We're, like, not listening to Sex 2. We're just talking about Echo. So the question isn't, like, can Echo beat Goku? It's what situation would arise that would cause Echo to fight Goku, right? Because Echo is fully trapped in the Nebula Cradle, cannot escape. Echo is the Nebula Cradle. If this will inevitably become an OC lore stream, basically, you're getting me to info dump about this story. And that is a one-way ticket, my man. That is a one-way ticket, my guy. But yeah. One of the issues I think with a lot of those, like, power scaling videos, like those power scaling, like, theory crafting things, you know, is people look at the power scaling stuff in this vacuum of like, theoretical, like, like, can they beat Goku when the question isn't like, well, the question necessarily, that's only like half of the question, right? Because I'm sure there are some characters who could theoretically beat Goku, but Goku would not want to fight them for whatever personal reasons Goku would have. In this abstraction of Goku just to his raw abilities, people forget that Goku himself is a character. And I'm just using Goku as like a guinea pig for this example, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be Goku. Like, maybe Goku just wants to fight everybody. But yeah, like, there are some characters who, they just would not end up in that situation. It would be antithetical to how they are portrayed and written as characters. And putting them in that situation is not so much making character X fight Goku as it is, what would someone who has character X's ability and a fight between Goku look like, you know? It's also scenario-based. Like, a ninja fights in a particular way and a knight fights in a different way. Arguing that a knight would beat a ninja 1v1 isn't exactly fair. Exactly. Like, in like a tournament setting where it's like, you know, in like a Roman Colosseum, a knight versus a ninja, that ninja's gonna have a much harder time, right? Because knights fight for sport all the time. Ninjas are assassins. They fight for, they fight in the shadows and to do things quickly, efficiently, and then get the fuck out of Dodge, right? So yeah, that's not a fair fight. There's so many other things that go into who would beat Goku in, you know, again, just using Goku as a guinea pig, than just the theoretical of, oh, this character is strong, you know? And that's something that that's a nuance that I think is lost very frequently. Something that I'm missing here is this character is, I think I can go ahead and say this name. I think it's okay for my players to know, like, just the names of NPCs, but they can't, like, know their deals. This is Mercedes. Mercedes is kind of an older guy, so he has these, like, slight anime-style bags under his eyes, and I haven't added those to these lower eyelids that I'm doing. Mercedes is kind of a DILF. I said that, you can quote me on that, that's okay, I don't mind. Sometimes even name-dropping can lead to oversharing. I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying anything else about Mercedes. Like, Colin, you already got the big spoiler regarding Mercedes when I was talking about his character design. But I'm not saying anything else about him other than, yeah, this is Mercedes. You're probably going to meet him on your journey at some point. He's very cool. I can't tell you anything more about him. I hate that my players are also viewers of my content. Shut up, Morgan. Morgan, you are literally, like, not allowed to know anything. Like, I cannot tell you anything. I can't tell you anything. I'm sorry, I can't. It's actually illegal. Like, I gotta, they can just look back on the VOD. That's why I threatened them at the very beginning of my streams. I threaten them. They know the consequences. Like, they literally know the consequences. And I don't think they want to know everyone's deals because they want to discover it for themselves. You know, Morgan wants to find out the big spoiler regarding Mercedes in the adventure, not just knowing it. Honestly, I think reusing some of my OCs for this campaign might be a little bit to a detriment because, like, Connor and Morgan don't know Mercedes' deal. Mercedes has a really cool thing about him. All of my characters have like a big, cool, like, imagine every single one of my characters is holding a present box. And inside that present box is their deal, their whole deal. And, unfortunately, since Mal, another one of my player characters, has been there since the inception of these characters, since these characters were first created, Mal has seen me picking out the gift wrapping, wrapping the box, putting the present in the box, tying the bow. So it's very unfortunate because Mal is not going to be as affected by the unwrapping of the gift box that each of these characters are holding as much as Morgan and Kryptonite will be. Because Mal was fucking there at the toy store when I picked out the present that's going in the box. It's very unfortunate. It's very, very, very unfortunate. But I that's why I'm so adamant about spoilers now and why I can't tell my other players, even though they're my friends, about these characters, even though I love them very much and they're very dear to me. Because, I want them to be able to discover, to have that wonderful feeling of unwrapping the gift box for themselves, right? Because in a way, when I'm making these characters and I'm giving them presents for my players to unwrap, right? Giving them deals and mysteries and things that people will want to discover. I am making a gift for my players and I don't want to ruin the surprise, you know? Which is why if they go out of their way to surprise themselves, if they peek at the fucking Christmas presents, they're gonna get punished. Don't go looking in mom's closet, kids. You might not like what you find. You want organic reactions and interests when we do stuff with these characters? Yeah, a little bit. What are these punishments? I'm intrigued. So I have this philosophy when I'm working with my player characters of we are trying to tell the story that we both want to tell in regards to these characters, right? Like Morgan has a whole deal with her character that is like a story she wants to tell with her player character, and we are working together to tell that story. And part of telling that story is going to be throwing challenges at their player characters. The punishments are going to be something that is not in service of that story and is just gonna fucking suck to deal with. Like, it's something that's not in service and, like, I won't make it, like, not fun to play, because that's just not fun for anyone. I'm not, like, I don't want to punish, you know, make the game unfun for anyone. But it will be something that, hey, this isn't in service of your story at all. This is a fucking side quest that you have to deal with. You have to fucking deal with this now. You cannot not deal with this. And if you want to tell the story that we want to tell. And this is your punishment. Going through this stupid fucking side arc is your punishment. That's kind of that's my plan right now. And I'm hoping it won't have to come to that. Like, and that's not fun and that's not fair. I want it to be something that is, like, obnoxious and challenging and, like, you know how you gotta eat your vegetables before you get to dessert? I will serve them so many fucking vegetables if they spoil themselves and if they use my content against me. I will feed them so many fucking vegetables so that, and then like a very small serving of dessert, if they are bad, basically. So don't spoil yourselves, kids. Thankfully, I'm not a player in this then. Exactly. If you were a player in this then, I would be threatening you and telling you to go away and not be able to talk about you. Oh my god, line art. I hate doing this. I don't want to spoil myself. I want to enjoy it, make Yuki pull their hair out when Helen does a fuckery. I am expecting Helen to do some kind of fuckery. But also, I'm going to do my best to prepare for it and be okay and ready to go. You are not going to Emily Axford me. I'm not gonna let you do it. That statement alone gives me Bard vibes, God. I'm glad we're not actually using, like, Dungeons and Dragons as a system. We're using a Savage Worlds spinoff that is tailored for Pokemon. But yeah. Okay, yeah, I like that. I appreciate that. Dungeons and Dragon types. Yeah, exactly. There you go. You got it. Hi, Ghost. Meowdy. I'm an artificer main. Thank you very much. Yeah, that tracks for you. You made us all play artificers in a campaign once. Like, it was very much something that you did. So it's okay. We know you love artificers. Does Cone have a signature in all their comments? They sure the fuck do. ... Slime man. I'm still not over the fact you literally, in that Artificer campaign, you let me fucking play Bilbo Baggins, but he had a gun. And then you let me name him Bill Gun. Oh, you know bad things about that man and his hatred of mayors. He did hate mayors. Which is really funny, because he was also like a military vet, but he was like on the like the intelligence or like engineering side of the military. So like you'd think a guy like that would you'd think a guy like that would be like, oh yes, authority, we love it, but no, he fucking hated mayors. He didn't want anyone to tell him what to do. How did this man survive in the chain of command? Oh, I paused it because we were talking about bullshit. It's a video essay on the game Sex 2, which is a silly little a silly fucking thing. Chat isn't moving, and neither is your model. Wait, really? My model's bopping. There goes chat. He was from a utopian city with a city council and no mayor. You know what? That's true. That's true. I think that the thing about Bill Gunn is in like the military of the utopian city, like the Star Trek city he was from, the chain of command actually worked and was worth respecting. And so he saw anyone with any modicum of power that was not worth respecting, which just so happens to be mayors. And he said, okay, fuck that. I know better. And because he was like 76 years old, he didn't know better very often. God. When we tried to find the friendliest farmer, and you gave us an overly friendly farmer, and from then on, we always looked for, like, the second or third friendliest. Fucking Hod Tower. Yeah. Hod Towered. And his, like, evil queen, Bethany Esda. God, so fucking stupid. Genuinely so stupid. One of the stupidest fucking campaigns I've ever played. It spawned so many great moments. That doesn't mean it wasn't extremely silly. No, it's not, it's stupid affectionate. Like me. How long have I been fucking inking this single eyebrow? Mercedes is getting his goddamn brows did. I want to talk about Mercedes so bad. Like, I just want to drop spoilers, like, left and right about him. Because he's one of my favorite characters that I mentioned that I've had this character for a very long time, and I'm, like, using him for something finally. And I just want to talk about him. I love him so dearly. He's so important. He's beloved. And I honestly, he's an archetype that is something I write a lot that probably says something about me as a person. That I write this archetype so much. Is it a spoiler to ask if Mercedes has an eyebrow cut? No, he doesn't have, like, a scar or anything. But he does have, in the sketch, these, like, lines here are supposed to be, like, little, like, you know, just, he's got scruffy brows. Mercedes' whole deal is that he's, like, kind of like a drifter. That's his whole vibe. He's a drifter. So I wanted to make him look scruffy and stuff. He does not have any scars, though, or anything like that. Nothing cool like that, unfortunately. Is he a hobo? A little bit, yeah. In case the, like, ripped clothes and the rope belt wasn't enough of a hint. Yeah, he's a little bit of a hobo. I love him very much. Big Rock Candy Mountain vibes. I guess, yeah, sure. I don't know I know what those words mean individually. I'm so good at art, guys. Like, you don't even know how good I am at art. I'm so good at art, I do the same eyebrow for like 20 fucking minutes. It's a song about hobos and where they want to live. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Yeah, definitely. I've never heard it. I don't know music, guys. You've heard what I listen to. I'm pulling a cone, exactly. Does that look good? I genuinely can't tell anymore. My life is in shambles. Listen to it now and tell us live if it's accurate. Okay. I can't, like, play it on stream, probably. But... Oh, is this from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Or... Because, like, that's what popped up in... the YouTube. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Was it in Better Call Saul? No, there's a mistake, but I won't tell you where, so you freak out all day. Oh my god, no, don't do that to me. Is it in Better Call Saul? What? Okay, sure, fine. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, it was in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna turn off sound for you guys, so you can't hear it, but I'll listen to it. Is this song Mercedes vibes? That's the question now. Oh my god, you motherfuckers. Oh my god, you guys don't understand actually how, like, okay, this song is extremely accurate to Mercedes. This song is extremely accurate to Mercedes vibes, yes, but it is not for the reason any of you think. It's for a different reason, and I cannot fucking say why this is so accurate to him, because that itself is a spoiler for his deal. For his situation, for the present inside his box. This is exactly his vibe. But it is for a completely different reason than anyone will think. Oh my god, I want to talk about it so bad. I want to just scream to the, hold on. I had to mute myself and info dump and scream about it just so that I could get it out of my system and you guys couldn't hear it. So, yeah, lost to time. Anyway, I need to finish this. I need to fucking finish this. Why haven't I finished this yet? Why the fuck haven't I finished this yet? Yeah, we did it. We did it, gamers. I hate you so much. That's what you were doing, but you forgot to mute. I'm joking. No, I was staring at OBS the entire time to make sure it was muted, and then it didn't like freakishly unmute itself. God. Yeah, no. Oh God, that hits me. But I cannot tell you guys why it hits me. Why it hits me so hard and so good. Yeah, no, that's his vibe. That is definitely his vibe. Months of grueling riding down the drain, as they say. No, like, Mercedes' deal has been figured out for a very, very, very long time. I know everything about him, but you guys won't get to know. You ever just talk to yourself like a psycho and the next thing you know it's been an hour and you've wrote a whole fanfiction in your head? Yeah. How do you think my Pokemon fanfiction came about? You guys ever listen to music and make a music video in your head? Also, hello, Gleam. I don't know if I said that. Pokemon fanfiction that can either be horrible or quite good. Haha, it's both. It's both. It's horrible for reasons, and it's really good for reasons. Ooh! My Pokemon fic is very easy to find. You can find it very, very easily. I just don't think anyone has, like, put in the effort to find it. I can't tell you how many times I've stared out the window at the rain pretending to be Usher. That's really funny. I'm imagining you, like, on the bus or on the train or something. God, that's so funny. To be fair, I think we all want to be Usher at some point in our lives. And you know what? You know what else? I don't even know who the fuck Usher is. He's some guy. He's some, like, music artist guy, right? Some pop star? Is that right? Have I just embarrassed myself here on the YouTubes? Let me, you guys are, like, legally obligated to know every time I embarrass myself on YouTube, right? I need to know. I need to, like, Yeah. There's a video in my recommendeds that's called I Watched Breaking Bad After Better Call Saul, and it's almost 3 hours long. Ooh, send that to me. I'd watch that. I want to watch that. I love Better Call Saul. I told you the story about how I was watching Breaking Bad, and I was kind of enjoying it, but the longer I watched it, like I was watching like season 1, season 2, I think. And the longer I watched it, the more I was like, wow, this is just depressing, and I don't know if I can keep watching this. I'll give it one more episode, and I gave it one more episode, and it was the episode they introduced Saul. And Saul literally saved the show for me. Honestly, a Discord server to hold all these shenanigans would be quite nice. We have a Discord server, actually. The Koyuki Club. Unfortunately, the Discord is pretty dead. It's pretty quiet. But like, there's clips in there. There's Koyuki clips. There's a whole channel for clips. There's a channel for memes. There's a channel for you to share art. Yeah, it's pretty fucking quiet just because I've been quiet as a content creator, but we do have a place for Koyuki fans. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Now I can start adding some of his like little like specklies. You know, his little stray errant hairs that the that the brow the brow sculpting artist didn't get on their own. This girl I'm dating, she discovered Has-Been Hotel on her own. Oh no! Oh no, that's so funny. Here's the real question for you, Gleam. Is the girl you're currently seeing, is she the type who is like, does she match the vibes of Has-Been Hotel? Is she someone who like you would think would like Has-Been Hotel? You know? Because Has-Been Helava is really for, it's for edgy teenagers who are too young to remember the genesis of emo culture, or it's for 30-year-old pharmacy techs who were emo kids in middle school and high school and were there for the genesis of emo culture and are desperately clinging to something from their youth. That's Has-Been Helava. The only reason I don't like Has-Been Helava is because it's badly written. It's bad, right? It's badly written. I want to like it. It was made in a fucking lab for me with the art style and the music and the stupid, horny characters, but the writing is so fucking bad. The writing is genuinely so bad, I can't watch it. It's unwatchably bad and sad. So it was the funniest shit she's seen in a while. Angel Dust's her favorite character. It's just, fuck you. Ooh, when and where? Harder, daddy. Like, that's the entire show. Okay, you know what? I can't say shit. I cannot say shit. I also have questionable taste. You know, I can't judge people. I really can't judge. I really can't judge, and I shouldn't judge. And honestly, I am a worse off person if I judge. So I'm not going to. I'm going to be kind, and I'm going to say, I'm really glad that they found something that, you know, she really enjoys. I'm glad that she found something who enjoyed, who, you know, it's a good thing for her to watch, it's a good thing for her to have fun with, and it's a good thing for her to, just have a good time with. I'm glad that there is joy in the world because of Has-Been Hotel. I'm white-knuckling the table, trying not to be a hater. I am choosing kindness. I am making the choice to be kind. I gotta go to bed now. Have fun drawing and feel free to do spoilers. Hell yes. Oh god. Fuck. It's easy to like anything when you only started to have good taste in watching anime like 2 years ago. Arrived at Has-Been Hotel Slater. Has-Been Hotel's not good. I'm really, really sorry to say it. Like, the animation's fine. The animation is not god tier. The animation is just fine. It is just professional quality, fine. Very clearly, Very clearly, Hazbin Hotel puts a lot of their budget into certain shots and slashes costs and effort on other shots. But what show fucking doesn't do that? Avatar did the same fucking thing, and Avatar has been praised for its animation for years, right? There are some scenes in the first few episodes where it is just like 2 frames of mouth flapping, but in those same episodes, they do beautiful choreographed fight scenes. So really, I cannot necessarily hold that criticism to Hazbin Helva for doing something that every other fucking show in the animation industry does. But Hazbin Hotel is not well written. It's just not well written. I stopped I wanted to like Helva. I wanted to like Helva so fucking badly, but I couldn't like it because it was badly written. The shows are confused. They do not have a direction of whether they want to be a comedy or a drama, and they do not have the skills to pull off the dramedy with the same level of writing quality that I hate to bring up Rick and Morty, but honestly, Rick and Morty does the emotional whiplash infinitely better than Hazbin Helva has ever done it. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying. And I think part of the reason that a show like Rick and Morty is able to pull off the emotional whiplash is because the 2 showrunners are industry veterans. They've worked in the industry for over 20 years. Vivzie Pop is a kid with a degree and a dream. She does not have the actual skills and the actual, like, hours clocked in working in the industry to tackle a story like this without making it, ooh, fuck me, daddy, harder jokes all the time. Also, the character designs look like 90% identical at least. I'm willing to let it fucking slide just because it's, you know, they made a choice with their art direction, and it was a choice, but at least, by God, they're sticking to it. Yeah. She's still in that era of I really like anime, I'll watch anything. She's not seasoned like the rest of us to know what's worth it and what's not. Like, wow, you've got a character who's thin and lanky and is primarily white and red with patterns that don't match? I'm shocked. It's definitely... Watching Hazbin Helva is kind of like watching a DeviantArt gallery come to life. No, that's very true. Which, like, if you like watching a DeviantArt gallery come to life, that's totally fine. There are things where style over function over, like, form or quality is something that is viable for producing something cool. Does anyone remember Snafu Comics? The guy who made Powerpuff Girls Dojinshi, and the guy who made, Grim Tales from Down Below, Sugar Bits. Do you guys remember that guy? That guy is a degenerate, and that guy also made an entire online following just on having extremely stylish art with very little actual substance to it. The comics that he made were not well written, but they were very stylish, and that's what got people into them. So yeah, that's my opinion on Hazbin Helva. Send me death threats, I dare you. Which is personally kind of why I like it. DeviantArt was hilarious back in the day. That's true. No, that's totally fair and true. Like, for me, what gets me about Hazbin Helva is it touts itself as being more than it is, and that's something that really fucking bugs me. Like, if you just want to have silly, edgy OCs doing silly, edgy shit with a little bit of an emotional through line, that's fine, but don't treat your silly, edgy OCs doing silly, edgy shit with a little bit, like the tiniest world smidgen of an emotional through line as some great drama for the ages, as something more than it is. That's me. That's me about Hazbin Helva. It takes itself more seriously than it is in any way, shape, or form. Cough, Demon Slayer, cough, pardon me. Ooh, you do not understand the amount of criticisms I have for Demon Slayer. Oh, I'm so mad about Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer has really, really beautiful animation, but that does not make it okay to have the most important character in the fucking series not have a name. I'm mad about Demon Slayer, guys. I will never not be mad about Demon Slayer. This is absolutely not Vivsy Pulps at all, but dear God, the fans make the least funny memes of any fandom I've ever seen. Meme quality! Are we bringing up meme quality as like... No, that's really good! No, that's really good! That's so fucking good. That is like, that's amazing. No, because you're so real for that. You're so fucking real for that. Again, it's because the show itself is deeply unfunny. The entire show, the entire Has Been Hell of a series is just, aw man, go fuck yourself. Ooh, really? When and where, daddy? Like, that's the entire fucking show. Wait, who doesn't have a name? Okay, so, I'm about to give you guys my big criticism with Demon Slayer. The entire core of the world of Demon Slayer is that they live in a world with these horrific, cannibalistic, zombie vampires with amazing supernatural powers that have completely redefined how to exist in this world, right? That's the core of Demon Slayer. And there's been a question of, where did demons come from? Oh, Michael Jackson. Of course, demons came from Michael Jackson. Where is Michael Jackson some force of nature? Is he like a supernatural force that has been spreading this? No, Michael Jackson's just a guy. Michael Jackson's just a guy who took some bad Tylenol. You know who made the bad Tylenol? A doctor who doesn't have a name. The most important character in the series who started this zombie vampire supernatural bullshit plague doesn't have a name. The doctor who invented the medication. Yeah, the doctor who invented the fucking Advil. The doctor who invented Aleve? Yeah, that guy? That motherfucker? He doesn't have a name. I'm so fucking angry. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. It's genuinely so bad it really pisses me off. Like, because you've set up this amazing, really cool world of these super neat, supernatural monsters. And the big question is, how did we get here? Yes, we live here now. How did we get here? And you answer that with Tylenol. Bad Tylenol. Kills you, kills you, kills you, kills you, kills you. To be fair, he was a plot point. He shouldn't be a plot point! Because, oh my god, like, it's been a hot minute since I watched the episode that revealed this backstory, but you could have done so much if you wanted to make it just a fucking plot point. Have Michael Jackson wander out into the wilderness to kill himself. And he finds the spider lily, and he wants to eat it, so he eats it. And then he becomes a demon. Why not do that? Why not, if you wanted it to just be a fucking plot point, you didn't have to include a guy. But including a guy, and including this backstory of, this was a person who had influence and who had people around him, right? Implies that there should be some kind of human-to-human relationship. Like, They could have, if they made the choice to make it a guy, and then they didn't make that guy important, that is bad. That pisses me off, especially when we are still left with more questions than answered. Calm down, Yuki. The author got all your angry letters. They haven't responded because you scared them. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck this. Demon Slayer, do better. What did I come into? Sorry, I'm mad about Demon Slayer. Hi, Theo. How are you doing? It's good to see you. I'm trying to do line art, but I keep getting distracted by being angry about Demon Slayer. God. Yuki fucking their what? What? Hold on, Gleam, can you explain a little bit more what you mean by that? I have to be fair, the fandom that makes the least funny memes is actually Warhammer 40k. Oh! Ooh, shots fucking fired. Shots fucking fired, bestie. That's fucking amazing. Old Team 4-star joke. Helsinki Ultimate Abridged. Yeah, man. You know what? I was on the little Karibo side of that flame war, if I'm being real. I met Lil Karibo at a con once. He was very nice. He was very, very nice. He signed a t-shirt for me. He signed the, do you guys remember the Jack Slenderman Concrete Giraffes parodies that he did back at the height of Slenderman? I had one of those shirts and he signed it for me. I have it framed in my room, actually. Is that embarrassing? Hey, did I just embarrass myself on the YouTube again? You guys need to let me know when I embarrass myself, okay? I need you guys to let me know when I embarrass myself, because I need you guys to, like, use it against me when I eventually have 1 million subscribers. I need you guys to do this for me. You will do this for me. I haven't seen Hellsing Ultimate since it came out. I haven't seen Hellsing since, since it was, like, popular in, like, 2006. I watched it in middle school and I thought it was the coolest shit ever and I had no fucking clue what was going on. I had no clue what was going on, but there was blood and vampires and I was like, yeah. Oh, this is cool. I know what the fuck is up. Stupid. Do you guys remember the Devil May Cry anime? Actually, I do not. I don't think I watched that one. That's cute. Yeah, I like that. I'll accept that. Holds the phone up to at your 1 million followers celebration. Hey, this is you, right? I 10,000% expect that to happen. Like, when Koyuki is a fucking household name and everyone knows me and I'm like influencer of the year, I need you guys to have all of the clips of me saying that like I'd fuck Mothman and me saying that I have like a framed little Karibo t-shirt in my room, and I need you guys to be cataloging this because I need you to fucking take me down when I get too big. Do you understand this? I am tasking you, the real ones, with this. Do you fucking understand the gravity of this that I'm asking you to do for me? I'm asking you to destroy me when I'm too large to destroy myself. And I need you to do this for me. It's important. Cancel me! So fucking stupid. You better never let that ego get too big because we got the tea. Exactly. I need you to keep me humble. I need you to keep me humble. I need you to do that. I hate it. So stupid. So dumb. Promise me you're not going to make embarrassingly stupid chocolate bars and pretend to solve poverty in Africa for clout when you're huge on YouTube. Oh, shots fucking fired. We got the receipts. You the fuck do. This is why I need the real ones. This is what I need you for. This is the importance of the real ones. Doing this shit. Taking us down. So stupid. Powerful. Utterly powerful. Utterly powerful here today. I'm not getting a lot of, like, actual art done, but that's fucking okay. Can I ink an ear? Is that, like, allowed and possible and okay for me to do? Can I fucking do that? Holy shit! You can only support me by actively hating on me. Only when I reach 1 million subscribers and I'm richer than God. You can only do that when I'm richer than God and when I'm being a real dick about it. The real art was the friends we made along the way. Straight the fuck up, honestly. That's what it feels like sometimes. Because I did such a good shape for his ear here that I want to emulate that, and I can't get it in, like, one fucking swoop with my pen, and it's bothering me. To be fair, you'll likely say something so out of pocket we won't have to do anything. I mean, has anyone watched this channel for any amount of time? I say out of pocket shit just like every 5 seconds. It's like, it's what you subscribed for. To hear me say out of pocket horny shit. Like, I just go on about what I want anime characters to do to me. Like, that's the brand, baby! Asexuality who? So subscribe, the audacity. You have to be subscribed in order to chat. Check fucking mate, idiot. Tea drinking weirdo. Oh, fuck, can I do this? Is this allowed? Can I fucking draw? Yes, I'm an artist. No, we can't draw. We exist. I don't know how to bypass such thing. Ha! Suck on that, you stick muncher. Suck my ass through a straw. Bingo. Bingo! Bingo was his fucking name-o. Yeah! Come back from that. Bingo! Can Discord chats be used in a court of law? Well, I don't know, but definitely in a court of public opinion. And what's that Gordon I made it? And I was never the same person until a month. What'd you watch? Like, one of my first animes that I ever watched was Higurashi, and it's actually one of my favorite animes of all time now. Like, I watched it way too young, at an age I should not be watching fucking Higurashi, and it just permanently changed me as a person. I'm not ashamed to say. I'm accepting that line, because if I do not fucking accept that, we will be here for the rest of our lives. I like how you know who watched a show about the exploitation the rich put the poor through for entertainment while technically being consensual, even though the poor do it out of desperation. Yeah. I was like, I wonder who that's for, and then just copied it wholesale. Tell us more how you feel about Mr. Beast. I can't remember what I will not look back on it ever. Yeah, no, I don't blame you, man. It's not for everyone. You know, despite being someone who really likes, like, I said that Higurashi altered my brain chemistry, and I stand by that. Higurashi is one of my favorite series. I can't watch Saw. I don't like Saw. Saw's too much for me. I'm a little piss baby. I'm a little bitty piss baby. I watched the Hex Girls at a very impressionable age, and now my taste in women is forever altered. Netflix saw him do that and was like, wait, damn it, we can do it too. They did even more exploitatively. Yeah. I mean, that's why the rich keep us poor. So that they have people to exploit. Hold on, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys a really funny clip from a TV show. So there's a show on, I think it was like Comedy Central or something, called Wonder Chosen. And it was something, alright. It was like a parody of Sesame Street, and they would do a really funny little segment sometimes where it's beat kids. Kids on the beat. Kids on the beat. Beat kids. And it was kids, and they would go out and they would ask questions of people on the street, and you know, the way Sesame Street would fucking do. And they did this. They did this. I'm gonna get copyright poked for this whole bit, but like, Ghost fucking talking about, Ghost talking about Mr. Beast being exploitative just made me remind, who did you exploit today? Occupy Wall Street was just making a bit like this. Yeah, real. So real. Oh god, yeah. Fucking Wonder Chosen, man. Fucking Wonder Chosen. Holy shit. Oh my god, yeah. I cannot remember what this what this played on. But it was like either Adult Swim or like Comedy Central, like late at night. And it's a fucking show, man. It's a fucking show. It's so good. It's really good. Anyway, yeah, that's I just Wonder Chosen. Mm-hmm. If you've never seen it, try and find it, I guess. God. Who did you exploit today? Conan O'Brien or Jimmy Fallon? What? They wish. I don't have my body pillow up. Oh no, I don't have my body pillow. Colin, I'm so sorry. I don't have my body pillow up. There's nothing for you to yoink. Oh no, I feel bad now. Mr. Beast is to Gen Z what PewDiePie was to millennials. A little bit. What would you like? Let me see if let me see if I can get my body pillow to exist, just so you can yoink it. What the fuck is it? Wait, let me pull up my hat. Let me pull up my fucking hat box. Oh my god. There we go. Select. Okay. Here we go. Here's my body pillow. Here's my sexy fun body pillow. This is for you, Colin. Here's my Zonton body pillow. You want it? You want it? Go get it! There you go, nostalgia. I used to have my hat box on a hotkey where it would just load in so that all my hats and my body pillow was here, but I don't remember what my hotkey is, and I don't think I ever set it up again, so my body pillow just doesn't exist, which is kind of a shame because, like, that was fun. I liked doing that, having my body pillow. Oh god, real degen hours. I should make more of those body pillows. It was F4? Thanks, Gleam. Yeah, I want to make more body pillows. Like, I want to make one with Amy from Sonic on it. I want to make one with, like, Clara from Pokemon on it. Where's some of my other waifus? Oh, I should make one with that really cute Pokemon Ranger girl that I was, like, thirsting after. That was, like, just going whole hog out for. Here, let me show you. Hold on. There was this character from the Pokemon Trainer, Pokemon Ranger. Here, it's a cute little NPC. Look at her. Fucking look at her. She's so cute. Like, there's something about this girl that, like, just does it for me, and I want to do things to her. Like, I want to do things to her. I want her on a body pillow. Was it Snowmiser? Was Snowmiser you? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Yeah, I do think I have my jacket on a toggle. My jacket is on a toggle, so. My jacket just doesn't automatically load, so I'm just going full shoulders. Free shoulders, baby. I want to do things to her. Put that on a shirt. I will. I will put that on a shirt and then take off that shirt. I was anti-horny. How did that work out for you? You're still here. Nintendo must hate money. Honestly, I would fucking buy a body pillow of, like, any of these goddamn waifus they make. Pokemon genuinely makes really top-tier waifus. Like, I'm not joking. They make really, really good waifus. I know one of the redeems was my idea, but I don't remember which one it was. I know Logis suggested random chimp event. Logis really wanted a random chimp event, and I was like, oh, that's so good. I want to make a random chimp event one, too. And I never got around to it. And then I eventually got around to it, and now it gets spammed. Yeah, everyone who took off the jacket. Yeah. They only got hotter as the series aged. For real. Like, so real. Rika does something to me. But then again, Rika does something to everyone. Rika's so fucking hot. There's no laws against the Pokemon, though? Ooh. What Pokemon should I put on a body pillow, guys? What Pokemon? Maybe like a Lucario or something? I don't know. Lucario are hot, right? We've done a Smash or Pass, right? Like, I did a Pokemon Smash or Pass, right? Yeah, you did Newt. I remember you did do Newt. Yeah. Newt's a good one. I'm glad we have Newt. I think that the streams are made more rich. I've been made richer by the Newt. Newt, and dare I fucking say it, Newt, besties. Victory Bell, hello? Why isn't there more vor art of Victory Bell? That's what's getting me.
Jump scare!
Thank you for the jump scare. Appreciate that. Newt looking MF. Forgot how horrible that is. Yeah, it's a little loud, but it's supposed to be. It's a jump scare. I think I also suggested a redeem that isn't being used anymore. Which one? I can't remember. I've had a lot of redeems, and some of them, like, stick around, and some of them don't, just because of, like, what is and isn't a good time to deal with, you know? I also don't remember. Well, must not have been that important. No way gym leading pays the bills. Cynthia Def has an OnlyFans. The sexiest Pokemon is definitely Cramorant. You know what? I believe that. Yeah. Cramorant is definitely, if not the sexiest Pokemon, at the very least, extremely underrated. Stupid. I eat the throat! God, okay. What have I fucking gotten myself into? Alcremie is my personal favorite Pokemon. Alcremie's pretty cute. Yeah, Alcremie's cute. I'm always interested when I meet someone whose, like, ultimate all-time favorite Pokemon is one of, like, the way newer ones. Because I'm always like, okay, wait, like, what did you do before that one existed, you know? What did you do before Cinderace, right? I typically label my favorite Pokemon by, like, types. Until Alcremie, I didn't have a favorite fairy type. Oh, I gotcha. My favorite Pokemon is Heliolisk, followed by Yanmega. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. My, like, all-time favorite Pokemon is probably Zoroark, just because I'm so obsessed with them. But, like, I think my favorite Pokemon for a long time was... I really like Zubat and Rattata. I don't know, there's something about those designs that, like, click with me. I think they're really, really cute. I'm a fucking rocket grunt. And then Zoroark came along, and I, like, latched onto Zoroark and made a bunch of this crazy headcanon lore for them. So I think just because of the amount of effort I've put into Zoroark as a species, I have to call them my favorite Pokemon. But another Pokemon that, like, really tickled me was Stuffle. I saw Stuffle and I'm like, okay, why the fuck is there not 90 Build-A-Bears of this already? Like, they struck gold, and they're not reaping it. They're not mining it. Give me every single goddamn plushie. That thing is so fucking cute. And I still don't think that they've made, like, a Stuffle Build-A-Bear yet. And that really pisses me off. Like, Nintendo straight up hates money. They really do straight up hate money. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they're like this, but they hate money. They won't give me a Clara body pillow. They won't make a Stuffle Build-A-Bear. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I genuinely want a Stuffle Build-A-Bear more than I need air. Like, I want it more than I want air. I'm not even joking. Like, I want the Build-A-Bear experience, but I want to walk away with a Stuffle at the end of it instead of like a Build-A-Bear. I love Build-A-Bear. I'm not allowed on the Build-A-Bear website anymore. My friend told me that I should drink alcoholic drinks every day so I can develop a resistance against drunkenness. I think your friend was actually just trying to destroy your liver. Just a little bit. Annihilate is actually pretty good and competitive. Annihilate is fucking insane. Annihilate is very, very much a goat of this gen. It's pretty cool. It's either die or drunk, baby. God. I mean, you don't have to drink. Fortunately, Flareon will never be competitively viable. I know, it's so sad. Like, they just refuse to give Flareon any good moves. If I'm remembering correctly, Flareon runs, like, fucking Last Resort as on its actual competitive set. And if that isn't a death knell for a Pokemon, I don't know what the fuck else is. God. Yeah, Flareon was done really duty. A physical fire type with special fire type moves. Right? Like, at least Arcanine has some viability. Because it can also do, like, some support shit, right? Have I done this? Is this good? Does this look good? Did I do it? Is that good? I don't know if you've kept up with games lately, but Palworld is popping off, even though it's straight up a ripoff of Pokemon X Rust. Yeah, no, it straight up is. I mean, it looks interesting. I'm not interested in Rust, though. Like, the gameplay loop of Rust does not interest me. And I'm not interested in playing with other people. I want to play on my own. So that's kind of why Palworld is not hooking me. Never stopped me from having one on my team. Flareon was one of my trademark Pokemon. Aw, it's really sweet. I need to make, there's a team for the person behind Yuki, right? The person behind Yuki has their favorites and everything that they do. But I've been thinking about, like, what Pokemon Yuki specifically would have on, like, a Yuki-themed team. And I don't know. It's hard. Because I think there'd be, like, some grass types, cause like mushrooms, a lot of poison types, and some ghost types, but I'm not sure what Pokemon exactly would be on like a Yuki-themed team. Back when I was super into Pokemon, I had the idea to rework all the Eevees, and Flareon was by far the most revised. Oh, Flareon fucking needs it, baby! Flareon fucking needs it. A piss-colored Bidoof. Piss Wizard! My beloved! Yeah, no, Piss Wizard. Yeah, Piss Wizard definitely needs to be on there. So true. So true, bestie. How could I forget Piss Wizard, the icon? Piss Wizard, the goddamn icon. Sorry, Brute Bonnet and also Toad's Cruel. God. I have a perfect Pokemon for them, actually. Let me find the name. Okay, hit me. Hit me. I'm kind of thinking that God, what is that? What's that Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon that Yuki's thinking of? It's Shinoptic. I love Shinotic. Like, just as a person, like the person outside of Yuki who likes Pokemon, Shinotic's really, really cute. I like it a lot. But in terms of like, for Yuki, Shinotic is pretty cute. It's like a grass and fairy type. It's mushroom themed. Like, it's got the Yuki hallmarks that would work really well, I think. Orbeetle. Yeah, but like the thing about Yuki is that Yuki isn't quite like a alien in a spaceship kind of alien. I'm like specifically an alien who's an escaped SCP. And I've got more of like the mushroom vibes, and the extraterrestrial stuff is like secondary, right? Like the first vibe of Yuki is mushroom body snatcher, and then the second vibe happens to be an alien. Extraterrestrial mushroom body snatcher. So, like, an Orbeetle would work more like a Flatwoods monster than the Greys. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe, I think. That's a good Pokemon. I raised an Orbeetle as one of my Pokemon on my personal run of Sword and Shield, and I really, really liked it. It was pretty cool. I used it for, like, screen setting, and then I would just go into one of my more offensive Pokemon. It was pretty good. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, but I don't know if it would be on a Yuki team. You can always design your own regional variant. Yeah, maybe. Another thing about Yuki is Yuki, is, like, if we're going, like, class and, like, race, right? For, like, a D&D character. Yuki's race is extraterrestrial mushroom body snatcher. But Yuki's class is emo kid. Like emo kid, scene kid kind of vibes. So I want to have things that fit both of those vibes for Yuki. I think like a shiny Umbreon would be a really good Pokemon for Yuki, but that's also like really fucking basic. But also look at my fucking stream layout. A shiny Umbreon would just fucking fit. So like, a little embarrassing. My favorite Eevee is Espeon. I really want to shiny hunt some Eevees, because I really want to get a shiny Espeon and name it Bogo's Binted. That's good, right? Like, that's good? Bogo's Binted, the shiny Espeon? Please tell me that's fucking funny, right? We should have a Bogo's Binted sound. Oh my god, yes. Hold on, let me find the Bogo's Binted sound. Bogo's Binted? Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Hey, just wondering if you got your photos printed?
Bogo's Binted?
What?
Just like do this whole, like it should just be this whole thing. That should be the redeem, I think. Bogo's Binted? What?
Hey, just wondering if you got your photos printed?
Bogo's Binted?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, no, real. Oh, so good. Yeah, no, 10,000%. 10,000%. I'm doing that. I'm fucking doing that. Do not let me forget. Don't let me forget that I said I would make that a redeem, because I'm going to make it a redeem. What should it be called? Like, just redeem alien emoji? Like, all the redeems have, like, funny, stupid names, like Newt and stuff, but, like, should it just be called Redeem Bogos? Redeem Bogos Binted? Redeem the Bintossi! No! Bogo's Binted! Redeem Binted? Binted's pretty cute. Bogo's Binted. That's good. That's really good. No, 10,000. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Do not fucking worry. I'll make it a redeem. Did I get that right? Does that look good? Did I make that face shape look good? Does that look good? You guys need to tell me if it looks good, otherwise I'm gonna go fucking crazy. I'm gonna go like actual bonkers. Looks good? There's a steak. I'm going to kill you. I'm gonna come to your house in the middle of the night, and you're gonna think that you have sleep paralysis because you're gonna see me at the foot of your bed, and I'm gonna be holding a pudding, like a pudding pie. And then you're going to be like, oh, okay, I have sleep paralysis. This is kind of a weird sleep paralysis demon. And then I'm going to put the pudding pie in your face, and I'm going to drown you in it. And you're going to actually die because I'm not a sleep paralysis demon. I'm real, and I'm there, and I'm in your house. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Amanda, how are you? What are you doing up at 4 a.m.? What's up? What's good? There's a spore paralysis demon real! God! Dumb. Now the thought of a mistake is in the back of your mind. Cruel, cruel, cruel. I wish Yuki was my sleep paralysis demon. No, Amanda and Tony are here. What the fuck are you guys doing here? Came in at a good timing. Clip that, clip that, clip tap. Clip that. Well, bedtime. Yuki, like, lurking at the foot of your bed, holding a pudding pie, waiting to drown you in it. Time to face my demons. Oh, Simon, I think jump scare's on cooldown, because Colin just jump scared me. Hey, Amanda, you're an artist. Does this look good? Like, does that look good? Am I good at art? Can someone please fucking validate me? Can I just get validated, like, really quick? Can you guys call me, like, special and, like, pat me on the head and, like, tell me I'm a good girl? Can you do that for me? My dog sleeps at the end of the bed, so he would eat the pudding. Air horns for the dog eating the pudding. It looks good, Yuki Yuki. I hate it here. I hate it here. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Why did I decide this is the best use of my time? Why did I decide, hey, you know what I should do? I should fucking put on my little clown nose, and I should go squeak it for the entire fucking internet. That's what I should do. That's what I should do. That's what I think would be fulfilling. That's what I want to do with my time and with my life. Do you guys understand? Honka honka, fucking honka honka. Yeah, honestly, real. Hi! Hi, Simon. Hi! Hi! Please, I just want to be loved. God. Totally ridiculous. How are you doing, Amanda? Are you up late? Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool? Vibing? I hope you're having a good night. You're my friend and I care about you. Ugh. Alive, lol. I care about you much too. Yay! I will not lie, I forgot what your other avatar looked like. Oh, my old one? Yuki 2.0? Not a lot of people remember Yuki 1.0. I think like only Amanda and Gleam were around for Yuki 1.0. Maybe Ghost too. Ghost, do you remember Yuki 1.0, which had really jank rigging? Gleam definitely. Yeah. Yuki is cute alien shaped. Honestly, Yuki Toon Yuki is probably my favorite model that I've made. I like Yuki Toon Yuki. Yuki, like, Toon Yuki captures my vibe much more than any of the high-res anime models ever did. The one he used 2 years ago? Oh, God. Hiccups. Okay, I'm good. I remember I simped. You did simp. Which version is this? We're currently on version 3, which is Toon Yuki. And Toon Yuki's probably here to stay. Like, no more models. I like Toon Yuki a lot. Yeah, the one he used like 2 years ago? Yeah. Yuki may be tall, but Yuki's vibes are like 2'3" goblin. Yeah, honestly, real. Very real. I'm like 5'9", 5'10" in real life. But yeah, I love Toon Yuki, to be honest. My favorite for sure. It's more unique than a high-res anime girl. It's just more unique than an anime girl. Right? Like, that just makes it better. Did you change your oil yet? My oil doesn't need it. I'm still like a good couple hundred miles off from needing my oil changed. Which is nice. Why do you keep asking me if I need to get my oil changed, Gleam? Do we get oil changes at like the same time or something? Like, is your oil change schedule on my oil change schedule? Is that what you're trying to tell me here? Because I do my oil changes based on miles. And I haven't gotten to my miles yet. Are you not supposed to get your oil changed like that? Like, are you supposed to do it? What? The oil is stored in the inside. No, I think for like actual literal car. According to my math, we do. What the fuck? That is like next level Oshi. Knowing, like, syncing up your car oil changes with your fucking Oshi. Like, that's real. That's real dedication. I kind of miss the MILF bod that version 2 had. Hold on. I know I have version 2 on this PC because this is where I rigged it. It might be in. We're just talking about this now. Think Yuki V2? No, that's not it. It's not where that is. Toon Yuki. Where the hell is it? Hold on, I'm gonna find my model, because like now that you guys want to hear about it, I want to show you. Like, I have a lot of my Toon Yuki files in this here, but I can't find. Well, I found my V1. Here's my V1 model. No, that's not it. That's just my Live 2D files. I don't know where this is. I can't find this file. I found my my PNG for my new model, for my new high-res model that I abandoned. I've made some edits to the high-res model since I took this PNG, but this was going to be my high-res model. Like, this was the plan. I was going to make this my new model, like, forever and ever always, that I was going to use. And it's cute. I like it. It's got my vibes. It's very nice. And it's definitely a step up from my other model, that I'm sure a lot of you guys remember me using. Where the fuck? Here it is. Here's my PNG for my other model. This is the model I think a lot of you guys remember. This is, I think, what you guys all remember, right? This is the model that a lot of you guys found me when I was wearing. Which is cute. It's cute and it's fun and it's fine. But the rigging was off. It's not exactly my vibe. And the switch to this model, I was hoping would be like a step up from this model, right? Oh god, I did not mean to do that. And like, did not mean to do that either. Jesus Christ, I cannot do shit today. Can't have shit in Detroit. Like, both of these models are very good and very cute, and they're very much the vibe. But, like, Yeah, I don't know, like, I feel like being a little toon gremlin creature is just more authentic to who I am as a person. Let me see if I can find my very first model on here. Where's, like, my very, very first model? I don't know that I have my first model on here, if I'm being actually honest. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking through my files and I'm having a hard time finding my first version of my model. So I don't know if I have it on this computer. Still searching for a Karen VTuber, god. I have like a 2 years ago little screen cap, which kind of has a picture of my first model on it. But yeah, that's my very first model. You can see that I actually used the head of my first model, and I just reused it for my second model, and then I just redrew the body, which led to this really, like, incongruent art style of the head and the body, which I was not a fan of, and that's why I did a complete redraw, right, of this. Seeing the high-res model versus the 2.0 model, the high-res one looks like it's looking down a bit more than the 2.0 one. I think that's just because of the way I drew the eyes. You know, because these are a little bit more like anime-style eyes, and this is more of like my general cartoony-style eyes. So yeah. Yeah, I had so many plans for this model to do just fucking bonkers shit with it, and Is the head shape too? Yeah, because I drew this one to look a little bit more like my actual face shape, because I have very round baby cheeks, and I don't quite look like an anime girl, which is why I think Toon Yuki also fits the vibe a little bit more, because I'm a little Grem Lord. I think it's the head shape too. Yeah. Yuki drinking game. Start a random old stream and drink every time Yuki says something out of pocket. Did I really say out of pocket shit that often? God, embarrassing. This is why I need you guys to embarrass me. This is why I need you around. It's crazy. It's so dumb. Yeah. One of these days I might get this model done. I might do it, but I wouldn't hold anyone's breath. And if I'm being real, I might honestly pay someone to do it for me. If I can ever justify the cost. I'm trying to do art. I'm trying to draw my OC. And it keeps not happening. Because I'm a silly little fool of a guy. I appreciate on your high-res model how you gave your milkers the right color for what they're filled with. Well, I mean, I blush blue because my blood is like Baja Blast. So yeah, I did. Yeah, that was very much intentional. Yes, thank you for noticing. Thank you for keeping track of your Yuki lore. You're gonna get a good grade in being a Yuki fan, something which is normal to want and possible to achieve. Baja milk, God. If there's not, like, horny art on my desk by Monday of Baja Blast milk, I'm gonna be very disappointed in all of you. You guys have your homework. Now get to it. Speaking of which, I bought a Baja Blast in the bottle recently. Where'd you buy it? What the fuck? Where did you buy it? Is it just, like... Is Baja Blast just, like, out on store shelves, like, forever now? Is that true? Because I heard that was happening, but I didn't know how real it was. It's, like, straight up just being sold now. What the fuck? My dependency on Taco Bell is over! It's for their 20th anniversary of it. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty fun. I like that. Takabel decided to stop being gatekeeping pricks. God. You've heard of Pilk, Pepsi milk. Now get ready for the Bilk, Baja Blast milk. Listen, I don't know why everyone is making such a fucking stink about Pilk, when I guarantee you guys have all had Pilk before. You've just called it something different. You've called it a root beer float. Think for 2 seconds. Omni-Man voice. Think, chat! Think! Wouldn't it be a real Rebilk? I've never had a float either. Really? It's actually really good. I like floats. You know what I've been like craving like so randomly recently? I've really, really wanted butter pecan ice cream. I don't know what it is. I want butter pecan ice cream like so fucking bad it makes me look stupid. But the ice cream store is never open when I'm awake. So I cannot get butter pecan ice cream. It's so sad. My life is in shambles. I'm actually kind of looking forward to not being at the pizzeria anymore. Just because, like, I like my job. I really do like my job. But I'm looking forward to not being on the nocturnal schedule so that I can go back to having kind of a more normal life that's not defined by this horrible schedule I'm required to keep. You know? Like, it'll be nice to go to the ice cream shop again. It'll be nice to not stream at fucking 4 a.m. again. You know, it'll be nice, it'll just be nice. It'll be nice to have that luxury that I haven't been able to have for a while. I have a coworker who constantly jokes about being a pregnant pentadecamom, and he said that was a pregnancy craving of his. What? Baja Blast milk! What? That's so funny. Pentadecamom. Is that 15? Oh, pecan ice cream? Dude, pecan ice cream goes fucking hard. Springtrap doesn't know what he's missing. No one's gonna lube his gears like Yuki. It's true. It's true. Who's gonna clean his pipes? Who's gonna clean mine? Is that the out-of-pocket shit you were talking about? Me saying shit like I want Springtrap to clean my pipes? Fucking stupid. Dear Lord. Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned. Saves for later evidence. Good. Take me down. Take me down to canceled influencer city. Take me to Snurch. I think I found your channel by looking through the VTuber section while having the live filter on. Yeah, that tracks. I feel like a lot of people just kind of wandered in, which is like, cool, I guess. My tags are working. But it's weird. I think I definitely do not do, like, the standard VTuber experience. Is that accurate at all? Am I correct, or am I talking out of my ass? Because I really feel like I don't identify with, like, the VTuber community as a whole, if I'm being real. I wandered in and now I'm incapable of leaving. Good. Don't forget, you're here forever. I think I wandered in while you were nuzlocking. No, not Pokemon Crystal. I was nuzlocking Pokemon Yellow. I definitely watch you in spite of being a VTuber, not because. Yeah, definitely. I also, I do not do the VTuber meta. I do not do classic VTuber shit. I actually found you because of crypto. I remember that. I remember that when I first did, I remember when I was first streaming, I was like, hey, IRL friends, Kryptonite's an IRL friend. If anyone likes streamers, then tell them about me and see if anyone wants to come watch. And you wandered in from that, which is very cool. I'm generally missing the idol energy. I'm more class clown in the back of the room. I am just myself. I am full on, I'm not putting on anything more than how I actually am. I'm just kind of turning up my typical personality to a higher notch than it would usually be. A lot of the stuff that I say that you guys say is really out of pocket is stuff that I think a lot of times, but I do not say because I'm in polite company or I don't want to embarrass myself. But since I'm on the internet and I'm basically an anonymous cartoon character, I feel a little more empowered to just say whatever random bullshit comes to my head, you know? And I guess you guys appreciate it. I mean, you're still here. Don't forget you're here forever. I did lock the door on your way out, but... yeah, I don't know. It's nice to just be appreciated for being my utterly insane self. I don't know, there's just something about the whole idol vibe that I find really, off-putting almost. 'Cause it just feels so forced and so fake, you know? It's not my vibe that I want to bring with my energy. Which is weird. I just wanted to be a cartoon, and being a cartoon on the internet meant being a VTuber, but that's very clearly not how being a VTuber works, and I feel lied to. I feel just a little lied to, that's all. And, I'm not sure how I would even try to bring that kind of idol vibe with who I am as a person, you know? How do I translate my whole vibe, my whole energy, into something that is, fitting with the idol culture that VTuber, has? Ironically, you're way more genuine than the more realistic-looking VTubers. Yeah, I feel that. Because I'm just here, guys. I'm just on here. I'm just chilling. I'm straight up just chilling. Even when I'm trying to do the VTuber thing and I'm trying to, do the VTuber vibe, I think people can tell that I don't gel with the VTuber, formula, and my enjoyment suffers because of it. Honestly, if you're gonna have a VTuber model that looks basically like you do IRL, then why be a VTuber all? Well, actually, my VTuber model is based on my IRL appearance. It's just, I wanted to portray myself as an idealized form of what I am, and more how I see myself in my mind's eye than how reality presents me. And that's why I decided to do VTubing as opposed to regular streaming. Also, I didn't want my face on the internet with the kind of shit I say. You guys have heard me talk about Mothman. You guys have heard me talk about Springtrap. You really think I want my face attached to that? My voice is bad enough. Well, yeah, based on is different from 3D scan. Wait, what? Who's doing that? Who the fuck can afford that? Are we talking about Kwebblecop? Kwebblecop and his stupid fucking AI VTuber that's so embarrassing and stupid and cringe and dumb, and everyone hates it and he's stupid. Because Kwebblecop is doing that. Does that look good? That looks good, right? Like, that looks good. Crumblecop? Quebblecop. He's this fucking chode. He was a Minecraft YouTuber, and he was, like, really, really huge for, like, 5 minutes. And he's just gotten full on in the AI sauce. Does that mean you're hot IRL too? I am not traditionally sexy. I'm not traditionally attractive. I'm not ugly, but I'm not traditionally attractive. As in, like, I'm not skinny. I don't put effort into, like, being pretty. I am just myself. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I don't care, because I'm not doing this to make people like me. I've been married for 10 years. I guess that's another thing that makes me, like, not really, like, doing the idle thing of the VTuber. I have never sold the fantasy that I'm available to you guys. Like, definitely, if you want to, like, fantasize about fucking the anime girl, go for it. I don't care. But, like, the person behind Yuki is never gonna fuck you. The person behind Yuki doesn't even fuck their spouse. Yuki is asexual. Yuki is what you call, how do you say, the nouveau sexy. You know? You Americans cannot appreciate the Yuki. The Yuki nouveau sexy. I feel like if the French weren't cowards, they would, they'd probably be declaring war against me. Yuki, fuck this drawing, not me. Straight up. Straight up, honestly, real. Real. That's definitely it. I made this, like, definitely too long. I need to fix that. That's bothering me. It's really funny that French is objectively the worst version of the language because of l'Académie. I'm gonna say les fridge, not les cold box du frigerateur. Good. Are we just bullying the French now? Like, is that what the stream has turned into? Because I'm down. Like, I'm fucking down. I will never forget a French-coded anime character for stealing my heart, so we have to bully the French. It is fucking imperative that we bully the French. Les titis. God. Let's hits now. That's cute, right? Like, that's better? I'm not insane for putting in the effort? I'm gonna say that's good and fine and good, actually, because I'm good and fine and really good at art. Like, I'm really good at art, guys. I don't think you guys know how good I am at art. But, like, I'm really good at art. I'm, like, really good at it. You're insane, but not for that. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate knowing, like, where the insanity, like, specifically comes from. Because, yeah, that's what we really need to know in our lives. We need to know, like, where our specific brand of insanity, like the genesis of it all. Mine came from Sega. Please laugh at the Sega Genesis joke! Please laugh at the Sega Genesis joke. I actually thought that was kind of clever. Please, I need validation. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you for the laughing emojis. Thank you for the laughing emojis. So fucking dumb. This is the shit that I'm talking about, by the way, that you guys need to, like, have on file for when I'm, like, I'm too big. And I need to be reminded. I need to be humbled. This is the shit that you should actively be filing away. This will be on the test. It's kind of crazy. I know all these goth scene emo girls and then I keep getting church girl girlfriends. How the fuck does that keep happening? Like, I'm sorry, but church girls are just not hot. Like, they're not. Church girls are, like, negative on the hotness scale. And no one fucking boo me. You know I'm right. Jesus is not sexy. I think that's, like, his whole point. Sounds like you need to be less basic. Whoa! Get God, Gleam! Gleam, what is it about the archetype of the church girl that, like, is just so irresistible to you? What is the siren song of the church girl to you? I'm cracking open your fucking head, Gleam, and I'm, like, feasting on the gray matter that lives inside. What is your fucking problem? Why church girls? What is it about that all those sinners stand up, sing hallelujah that is just fucking getting to your heart? Like, what is it? I want to know. I want to know so that we can help you. We can help you be better. Gleam is just super into soaking. Now that's embarrassing. Now that is a career ender right there. I don't know, she was nice. I asked her out. We shaboinked and found out they're church girls my next. When she asked if I wanted to go to church the next morning. So what I'm getting from that is you fuck normal girls and then you find out they're church girls. Which is interesting because it feels like you fuck girls who happen to go to church rather than fucking girls who make church their entire life and social circles. Right? Like, because if you were fucking, like, church girls, you would have to infiltrate. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to infiltrate. Like, real hardcore church girls, like, they do not go outside of their established, like, church social circles. You know, it's like a control thing. You fuck normal girls, and then you find out they're normie girls. You know what, actually? I can kind of respect it. I can respect fucking normies, because fucking normies and shacking up with normies is how we get less normies. You gotta corrupt them. You gotta leave them corrupted. Yeah, hardcore church girls also do not fuck. That's very true. But also, like, the softcore normie church girls that I think Gleam fucks, they're closet freaks because they're so repressed by the communities they hold. I feel like that's been scientifically proven. I've gotten, like, nothing fucking done on this. I've barely gotten the face done. It's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing, guys. I'm really bad at this. I keep getting distracted by chat. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I did the entire face and, like, nothing fucking else. It's really sad. That's honestly how they keep getting me. They're closet freaks who hate their dads. Now I understand the appeal, right? Gleam isn't the stepdad, he's the daddy stepped up. He's the daddy who stepped up. Gleam, I think you definitely have some your daughter calls me daddy too vibes. Right? Is that accurate? Am I speaking truth? Am I speaking the truth from your heart? I want to know that I'm speaking the truth from your heart if I'm speaking the truth from your heart, okay? I want you to close your eyes when I say Gleam has your daughter calls me daddy too vibes. And I want you to, like, internalize that. And yeah, she does call me daddy. I got it. Yeah. It's weird, but I'm not saying no. It means you're doing your job. It means you're corrupting her. You're doing such a good job. I'm so proud of you, Gleam. Gleam, I'm so proud of you for getting a boring girl to call you daddy. Maybe. Gleam attracts the daddy issues. No wonder 100% of them are church girls. Ooh. Fuck. Gleam, I'm sorry we keep roasting the fuck out of your love life, by the way. It's just a really, really, really easy target. Please tell us if we're making you uncomfortable. How do we get from Yuki is bad at being an idol to just destroying Gleam's self-esteem? It's what I've always been good at, fixing daddy issues with dick. If he attracted mommy issues types, then he might be pulling goth pussies. Yeah, no, that's so true. No, Ghost, you're onto something. Yeah. I hear it, I understand it, I'm internalizing it, and I believe it. Good God, Ghost, you just blew my mind, right? It's that one meme that's like, having daddy issues makes you a people pleaser, but having mommy issues makes you a serial killer, and then had a picture of Zuko and Azula. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. God. I don't know what kind of issues I have. Chat, what kind of issues do I have? It's very important, guys, by the way, that you guys isolate what and figure out what kind of issues that I have. Because I certainly do not fucking know. You need to have girls start calling you mommy instead. Praise kink. What? What? Where the fuck did you get praise kink from? Like, I know I do the bit of like, oh, please validate me, chat. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but that's just me being bad at art. Yeah, right? No, straight up. Praise kink? Praise kink? What else do I actually no, this is teaching me something about like not necessarily myself, but how people see me. Theo coming in here just like Lemmy just waking up like praise kink? Real? Like, I know I do the bit of, oh my god, chat, please validate me, but like, that's just because art's fucking hard and I hate art. I didn't think that, it's not like a, it's like a bit. Wait, is me like trying to justify why I do the low self-esteem thing, like, making the praise kink allegations better or worse? I'm gonna let you guys chew on that. I'm gonna let Sigmund Freud handle that in the afterlife. Oh, there's a fucking tangent there. Is that a bad tangent? God, that's a pretty bad tangent. Fuck. I was eating with family and that's what I heard. That's a horrible thing to hear during a family dinner if I'm being so real. Oh no. There's a tangent right here. Do you see it? Also, you're a monster fucker, Yuki. I'm pretty sure your issues are self-evident. I am a monster fucker. I'm not gonna deny that I'm a monster fucker. But how does being a monster fucker make my issues self-evident? That's my question. Hold on. What are you in particular referring to when you say that? We all have the same issue. Autism! Yeah, okay, that's fair. Got me. Got him. Yeah, I got fucking got. I got fucking autism coded. There's something in my room that is making me sneezy and I don't know what the fuck it is. I got drunk. I've never met a neurotypical monster fucker. That's so real, though. No, that's so fucking real. Me being a monster fucker says more than any autism diagnosis could. You're so true. You're so true for that. You're so real. Also, it does feel like autism specifically is a big factor from the people I know. Maybe I just hang out in specific circles. I think that might be like a specific circle's coloring your perspective thing. 'Cause I feel like there are neurotypical monster fuckers. I just think that maybe they're less common, or they're doing it in a way that does not completely overlap with the autistic monster fuckers. Right? Like, I feel like neurotypical monster fuckers are doing it way different than the autistic ones. Neurotypical monster fuckers are the people who come into Has-Been Hotel, and now we've come full circle! The cycle of stupidity is complete! Yeah. 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 Or just people who call themselves monster fuckers are into, like, elves and maybe orcs if they're feeling spicy. Yeah. Yeah. The kind of monster fuckers who would look at Mothman and be like, I don't know, guys. The kind of monster fuckers who cry, bestiality at werewolf porn, but were Team Jacob in high school. Is that good? Is that good? Was that anything? Is that anything? That's good, right? I did art. You're so right, bestie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank the Academy. When Yuki tells a funny joke. God, embarrassing. I'm genuinely so embarrassing. I need to be put down. Man, this is a veterinary clinic! God. Art. I feel like the tagline for all of my art streams should be, art's hard and I'm bad at it. I love corrupting these good girls. It's like, welcome to the dark side, we're all weird as fuck, but we're usually really nice about it. Honestly, no, that's literally me. That's like literally the tagline for like me existing as a human being. I am weird as fuck, but I am also extremely chill about it. Human being, quote unquote, unquote, unquote. British, quote unquote. People, quote unquote, 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 unquote. Stupid. We're getting somewhere, right? Please tell me we're getting somewhere, that this is looking like kind of okay and that I'm not wasting my time being ridiculous. Oh my god. Like, I keep like pausing doing art for like 2 or 3 minutes just to do a bit, and then it's just, art's not happening. And I feel bad about it. Don't forget to say thank you, actually. Oh, holy shit, I haven't saved yet. Mercedes. Yes. Okay, saved. Thank you. If you really wanted to solely focus on art, you wouldn't be streaming now, would you? Well, okay, so here's my problem, right? I'm gonna get distracted either way, right? I'm going to turn on a video essay, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to try to draw, and I'm going to get bored of drawing after a little bit, and I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to watch the video essay, and the art is going to be, like, ignored for a good, like, 20, 30 minutes. However, if I'm doing it on stream, I at least have the option to, like, be like, I'm supposed to be doing stuff right now. I'm supposed to be drawing right now. You guys are distracting me. Don't put that juju on me, haha. It keeps me more honest because I know the point of the point, quote unquote, of the stream is that you guys want to watch me draw, right? So, it helps me stay a little bit more on task. So, yeah. Nice. Actually, the point of me watching you stream is so I can hopefully find a conversation that lets me say the funniest thing I've said that day. It's probably more accurate to say that I fuck daddy issue girls than church girls. I actually would agree with that. But I also think I would say that there's a lot of overlap in girls with daddy issues and girls that go to church. Cause let me just be real. Christian dads are some of the worst human fathers you can have. You can clip me saying that, and you can spread that around the internet because it's true and it's the truth. If you do not completely rigidly conform to the standards which a Christian father sets for you as a human being, your life will be miserable. I said it. It's because they use the evangelical version of God as their role model for being a father. And whoo boy, that is not a great example to pull from. So true. Bestie, I'm always saying this. I'm so good at art. I did a line, guys. I did a line. I sat down and I completely focused, and I did a single line. Isn't that really incredible? Please hold your applause. I don't want it to go out of my head, but like, I did a line. I did like a whole line all by myself. That's honestly pretty huge. Slow clap. Thank you. Thank you. That looks good. Take away the underlayers, he looks like a really detailed stick figure. What? 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 Oh my god, wait. No! You cannot fucking say that to me, Ghost! That's so mean! That's so goddamn mean! Unkind things being said here in the chat today. Would you like a nice wine to go with my heart on a silver platter that you've just so cruelly ripped out and are started to eat? The autism makes me sexy, the ADHD makes me hilarious. God, can I get that on a t-shirt? Fuck! Yuki just catching strays? A little bit. A little bit, and I don't even know what that means. The autism makes me sexy on a t-shirt. The ADHD makes me hilarious on booty shorts. Fit! Fit! Real! I want that. Where are those like on-demand printing places? Because like I'm about to make a new listing on their site. God, utterly ridiculous. Especially like an oversized, unflattering t-shirt. Yes. No, yeah. Uh-huh. Then, of course, for Gleam, we have a pair of shoes where one says daddy, the other says issues! Fit for the whole squad! There's something in the fucking air tonight. Which sucks because I took my antihistamine, too. Need an air filter in your room? I have one! It's going right now. There's just also something that's making me very, very grunky and snorky. Hell on earth. I know, right? Everything is terrible and my nose hates me. Because in your time slot, you should really try to appeal to the Aussie crowd. Koyuki. Steve-O, and... Did I do it? Did I appeal to the Aussies? Are the Aussies flowing in? Maybe the 04 Aussie crowd. I'll take it. God, stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that looks good. All it takes is one argument with her dad and she's in my bed the next night. Woo! Daddy issues. Helping Gleam get laid since year Gleam started having sex. Insert here. You know, that's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. You make your own lore. 2024. Ow! Ow, I'm not even Gleam and that hurt me! Ghost! Owie! Ice cold, bitch! Gleam, you were just roasted through all eternity. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Like a post-match interview? I had to pick the funniest year to say, honestly real. Pretty accomplished, actually. I've always wanted to be the funny guy, and now the joke just came to me. So mean. It's also funny because Gleam has been having sex for over a decade and I have yet to. Ooh, ice cold, bestie. It's okay. One day. Also, it's not all that's cracked up to be. You might try it and be like, oh, okay. I guess this is how you get off. And then you discover sex toys and you're like, oh, I don't need another human being ever again. Ask me how I know. I'm Debbie, so like, I don't want to just do it with some rando. Yeah, I hear ya. No, I hear you. No, that's good. Like, if I were that desperate to get laid, I very easily could have, but I've only ever asked friends, and I've mostly only ever been friends IRL with, unfortunately, normies. No! You poor thing! Because you know there are, like, some very non-normie gay people who would just be like, oh, you just want to bone, like, just platonically, as a friend thing? Yeah, sure, I don't give a fuck. And honestly, they're so real for that. I am not like that, but the people who are very real. And very cool. And very based in poggers. Me saying shit like based in poggers is also another thing you guys like need to keep like track of, so you can destroy me with it when the time comes. Do you understand? I wish I knew more gay people IRL. Most of my life I felt uncomfortable hanging with straight men, felt unwelcome hanging with straight women. Ooh, yeah, that hurts. But, okay, at this point, I think I'm just sneezing for the sake of sneezing. Like, what the fuck? Ugh. I think Daddy Issues Girl is bad. She's also my coworker. I don't learn. Stop dating people at your place where you work. Stop dating people in the workplace. Stop it. Bad. You're creating an unhealthy work environment. Gleam, middle name, toxic work environment, eyes. I also need to learn how to make friends outside of work. I'm really not the person to ask how to do this. Because if I'm being so real, all of my friends are left over from high school. I have not made new friends since I left high school. I had a circle of friends in high school. They were very good. We all stayed in our same town. That never needed to branch out. Very good otherwise. Don't fucking look at me and don't ask me. I am the outlier and should not be counted. I've talked to people from high school about 3 times the entirety in which I've graduated high school, which is over a decade ago. Yeah. To be fair, I haven't talked to anyone I graduated high school with, except, like, my friends who I took with me after high school, who, like, we stayed in contact and we're, like, all besties now. I haven't talked to anyone other than, like, my fucking besties since we, like, shared fucking English class together. You know? Hey, are high school reunions still a thing, or is that just, like, in sitcoms? I felt bad for, like, the first few years, but looking back, I think that's for the best, because almost everyone in my high school was a shit person. Yeah. High school reunions are a thing. I've never been invited to one. My high school had a reunion last year. Didn't go because fuck them. Really? Huh. I guess they're less common now because social media just lets you keep track of people you used to know. Honestly, I think that's true. That it's like something that died out because it's not, like, needed in society. If I want to know how, Kelsey so-and-so is doing, I can just go on Facebook and search Kelsey so-and-so. Like, I don't have a Facebook that's active, so if anyone who wants to know how I'm doing wants to know how I'm doing, they're shit out of luck. But, yeah. Very easy to find the Kelsey so-and-sos on Facebook. That's also probably part of the reason why I haven't heard from anyone in high school, because I'm not on Facebook. I have a Facebook profile, but it is not active, and I only use it when I need to sell a piece of furniture. Better than Craigslist. If I want to know how so-and-so is doing, I know what branches near their bedroom window can hold. Oh. Okay, Gleam. Just going full creeper. I love it. I now know Gleam's real name, George McFly. God. God, high school was so weird, though. I played Pokemon most of high school. I don't know what else would happen. Honestly, real. Something funny about me is I went through a very traumatic event in high school. And as, like, part of that traumatic event, I have trauma amnesia, meaning that my brain has just completely blocked out part of my life. So I cannot remember a single thing about what happened in high school because I was being actively traumatized during high school and didn't realize I was being actively traumatized. So yeah, there is an entire void in my mind where high school should be that my brain has just, like, completely blocked out to keep from hurting me. I don't know what that says about me. I genuinely do not know what that says about me as a person, as a human being. Say that, right? Like, it's not even just like, oh yeah, my memories of high school are, like, kind of fuzzy. It's like, I cannot remember a single goddamn thing. Like, it's all just, like, a complete chunk of time where there is, like, no recollection to be had. Yeah, man. Shit's fucked. Shit's fucked. Most of the things I can recall on demand are the embarrassing and inappropriate things I've done. Holy shit. Why is it always the bad memories that stick with you the most? That's what I want to know. Like, why can't the really good, like, happy memories that are, like, chill and cool stick with me? Like, and the worst part is, like, my friends are, like, my friends that I've had since high school, right? And they will occasionally say things like, haha, remember when we XYZ? And I'm like, I genuinely do not remember that. I do not remember this happening. I don't remember that day, that week, that year, that month. I do not remember it. Like, I have a couple stories from high school, but they're mostly stories that I remember other people have told me, right? As like, oh, haha, do you remember when this guy did this? And I'm like, not really. Tell me the story so I can pretend I had a normal high school experience. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's weird. I never checked my grades once, but I'm pretty sure I failed English. I just walked the stage and no one stopped me. That's really funny. I do remember, I know this because I checked my college transcript recently. I transferred into college with like a 3.8 GPA. I'm not joking. Like, I transferred in with like a 3.8 GPA, and I do not remember anything that I worked on in high school. I do not remember any projects, I don't remember doing well in my classes, I don't remember doing badly in my classes, but I transferred into college with like an almost 4.0. So, cool, I guess. I do know I didn't walk the stage, though. I did not go to my own graduation. I thought it was stupid and I didn't care about it. Probably because I was being actively traumatized. The gay neurodivergent conflict of, man, if I went back to my high school years, I would have done way better. And if I had to go back to high school, I would buy a toaster for my tub. Sometimes I think about returning to high school, just like, what would I do if I woke up tomorrow and it was 2009, right? Like, what would I do with the knowledge that I have now? Like, I wake up, I remember everything about my life. What would I do with this knowledge? Like, how would that change my life? And honestly, the only thing I can really think of is I'd get way more serious about content way sooner. So you graduate the same year? I graduated in like 2014, I think. 2013 or 2014, I can't remember. It's 6 a.m., I gotta go to bed. Good night, Gleam! Go to bed! Are we the same age? I have no clue. Invest in Bitcoin! Actually, no, real! I would invest in Bitcoin! If I woke up tomorrow and it was like 2009 or 2010 or whenever I started high school, I actually would unironically invest in Bitcoin. No, you're right. Gleam, actually, that was the correct answer. And the Time Wizard is going to allow you an opportunity to return to your high school years so you can invest in Bitcoin. Congratulations. Congratulations, you solved the Time Wizard's fiendish, Bitcoin puzzle. You solved his Bitcoin riddle. Haha, thank God the Time Wizard's just an old wives' tale, right, guys? Too late to purchase Apple, too early to scam people for NFTs, just in time to invest in Bitcoin, real. That do be what it's like. That do be how it do. I never thought about it, but I think we're the same age. That's really funny. How do I hold up? How do I compare? I graduated 2013, but I had been born a month later. I would have been in class of 2014. Oh, interesting. I was the youngest person in my grade. I was also young in my grade, I think. Because I have a summer sporing day. Probably didn't help the bullying situation. God. I was really lucky. Honestly, by the time high school rolled around, most people had, like, chilled out and didn't really give a fuck about bullying anymore. You know? Everyone was just more chill about it. I don't know, it was definitely like a don't fuck with me, I'll don't fuck with you kind of situation. And, like, I didn't really talk to anyone outside of, like, 4 people. So, like, yeah, I wasn't really fucked with. I don't know. I guess I was like the quiet kid. Not saying like the quiet kid, like, people knew me. But, like, I definitely wasn't like a social butterfly had a billion friends kind of situation, you know? My parents in elementary school. We'll explain that when you're older. Me entering high school without any college knowledge anyone of my age should have. I sure wish they'd made good on that. God. I feel like we'll explain when you're older is just code for go away, child. We don't want you to exist in this moment. It really is, it is! It really is. Because it's not hard to explain certain concepts in a way that children will understand, if I'm being so real. didn't know what a hand job was until I was 19. That's really, like, that's really... I'm trying to figure out how to say it so that it doesn't sound really fucking mean, but that's really bad. Like, you didn't even Google it? Imagine that level of ignorance throughout the entirety of existing around other teenagers. That's horrible! What the fuck? Dude! Genuinely, you poor thing. Couldn't Google it because my parents heavily monitor all my internet access, and we're extremely abstinence only. Oh, that's really embarrassing. Kika doesn't know what this is. That can't be an influence in any way. That's not how it works at all. I'm very sorry you had to put up with that. That fucking sucks, dude. You can imagine what they're like. Yeah, no, I really can. It's very easy to imagine, dude. Don't worry. I'm very sorry you have to deal with that. That looks good, right? Not sure the top line should be there. It looks like somebody's pinching the shirt under the vest. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I just kind of put random kind of haphazard lines when I was doing the sketch, and they look fine enough. That's kind of the thought process. Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Oh my god. Wog. I got like halfway done, right? Like this is about halfway. We can call this halfway. Can we please call this halfway? Can we call this halfway so that I can say, okay, I got halfway done. That's fine. And then I can be done. I can end the stream. Like, is that okay? Can we call it halfway? Can we call it halfway? Is that allowed? Is that looks more than halfway? Yeah. Cause like the face is really the part that like takes forever and a half. Just because the face takes forever and a half because of how much detail goes into it. Right? You get me. The rest is just like long lines with like a little bit of detail here and there. Like I still have to do the hands, I still have to do the legs, but like the legs are easier than all the like detail heavy areas and like the torso and stuff. Because I have to do all those little like wrinkles, all those little folds, yeah. Yeah. Also, it's like 5 a.m. and I'm tired and I kind of want to have a snack and then just like relax for a little bit. Because I need to go to bed like really, really early because I need to be up really early. I need to be up at like 2 or 3. So I can go do stuff tomorrow because I need to be up during the day tomorrow. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you everyone for watching this very, very silly, very dumb thing that I have been doing and have been working on. I hope everyone appreciates it. Good luck, bestie. Thank you. I'm gonna need it. Okay. Bye. Bye. Where's the clicky button? I'm so bad at the clicky button. I found it. Okay, bye.